All right, everybody, we are live and direct in full effect. It is Vin and Sori doing a live stream, you losers.
Yeah.
What y'all on? What y'all up to? Long time no see. It's been about, 48 hours. What has it been?
Did you miss us?
Yeah, did you miss us? I'm not sure. Let me see if this thing is working yet. Certainly.
I am just going to add a thumbnail to that Judas Priest one.
I added a thumbnail to that
you did?
Years ago.
Babe, was it a good one?
I
have a better one.
It was the same thing. All you did was put lost time or something on it. It's the same thing.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to change what it said.
Yeah.
What do you want it to say?
Huh?
What do you want it to say? I just put that so I could get the writing.
Does it really matter?
Tell me.
I don't think it matters.
So you want lost time?
I don't
think
it
doesn't even make sense.
You don't need to do anything.
Just leave it like that?
Yeah, I honestly don't believe that that's going to affect much. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I don't know if it's Chrome or what, but it keeps stalling and I cannot see comments. Let me open it up in Safari.
Time for this. Well, we can put up the comments on my screen or something, right?
Yeah.
No? You hate my ideas. You hate all my ideas.
You hate all my ideas. Yeah, it's doing this. This is so weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's so weird.
Why is it doing that? Hello from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. What's up,
guys?
Hilton Head Island?
Yeah, actually.
Good to see ya.
I'll pull up the comment section.
I'll just do it like this. I got the comment section now.
Okay.
Yeah. What y'all on? What y'all doing?
Steve, you're weird. Who's weird, Steve? You're weird.
I know. You're weird.
How dare you say we're weird?
How dare you?
Weirdo.
Great old one in the house. Johnny Melancholy in the house.
What's up?
Nolans in the house.
React to quantum flux. Don't know what that is.
How's it going, guys?
That's one of those things that the kids would say, and think they were being so smart. What the flux?
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's the spirit of the thing, okay?
Yeah,
it's what's in your heart.
It doesn't count as a curse. It doesn't count as a curse word.
Yeah.
We need to bring down the brightness of that thing a little bit.
Oh, really? I thought I was actually looking pretty good.
No, I'm talking about the brightness of that green lamp. It's going into the magic.
Looks like a holy item the way it's like. All right.
Talk to the people.
Yeah, well, you said that you had the comment section up, which was a giant lie, because now I don't see it. So now I'm going to try to find it. You know how that's going to go.
Yeah, I do know how that's going to go.
Let's see. Maybe if I click on this, and perhaps if I click on this.
I'm about to turn that damn thing off, damn it. Woody, booty.
Typo green, I wish. Typo negative was going on. Jay.
What?
Typo green, he said.
Oh, Jay's in the house?
Yep. What's up, Jay?
My bandmate.
What's up, Overshadow Sean?
Overshadow Sean in the house.
What do you think about the stock market crashing? Any thoughts? I hadn't heard about it.
Perkinos in the house.
But I'm sure Vinny's heard about it. I've been just, living my days as a mom and YouTuber and Amazon wannabe.
Don't talk about Amazon.
What? You already said that.
Oh, let me see.
Why are you acting like you never said that? What did you do?
Wrong way.
Forget about the wall. We are in a completely black room, and it's so cool.
Ask them if it's lagging on their side.
Is it lagging, you guys? Or what's happening? I'm going to ask you.
I don't know why it's lagging on my side. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Lagging. No lag. People are saying, nope.
Okay, perfect. I don't know why mine is doing what it's doing, but that's okay.
No, nothing from Pantera, Gregory. Unfortunately.
Let me see if my man, JL, are you in the house?
Ooh. Actually, what? I'm gonna have to pull that up.
I swear to God, I am going to restart my computer.
Okay, we shall return.
Resume your current broadcast. No shit. All right, come on. Don't freeze on me, bitch. Don't freeze on me.
Yep, you were right.
What?
There he is with this bullshit.
What? Who, Ben?
Yeah, I sure you were right.
What?
There he is with this bullshit.
What? Who, Ben?
Yeah, I sure you were right.
I knew it.
There he is with this bullshit.
I told you. What? I told you he's going to do that shit.
Yeah, I sure you were right.
All right, I think we're back, guys.
So predictable. Some people are so predictable.
All right, I think we're back, guys.
So predictable. Some people are so predictable.
All right, I think we're back, guys.
So predictable. Some people are so predictable.
All right, I think we're back, guys.
So predictable. Some people are so predictable.
All right, I think we're back, guys.
So they can see us.
All right, I think we're back, guys. All right, they can see us. All Alright, yeah, back guys. Alright, this is 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 Alright, yeah, back guys. Alright, this is
Fresh on your end, the
yeah, back guys. Alright, this is
fresh on your end, laughing at it.
yeah, back guys. Alright,
Fresh on your end, laughing at it.
yeah, back guys. Alright.
Uh,
What about now?
You're the one with the headphones, babe.
Yeah, ask him now.
What about now, guys? What about now? Is it better? Better?
Deplorable Neanderthal here. What's up, Rich Yonkers?
I believe. Oh,
There
no,
you
okay.
go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Vinny's in the house, saving the world. Almost all of people's recommendations to fix a problem have all been wrong.
Yeah. Well,
What was read what the person said? What
I
they
don't know,
say
but
to
this
do?
Timothy guy told you to stop with PayPal and get a real job.
Shout out to Timothy. Much love to the homie.
Yep.
Whatever you did, fixed it.
So
Good.
that's his advice. All right, the looping is done. Good.
Shut
Hacker
up.
Pro 10.
What's that?
I don't know. When somebody has the
Hacker
name
Pro 10 said that?
Hacker, it's always like a little bit like on the creepy side to me. Because I'm like, so when we shut the stream,
Yeah.
are you going to... my front door... Vin went to the gym. Supposedly. He didn't come back sweaty, so... So Vin goes to the gym and he comes back. Well, when he was gone, all of a sudden I'm like switching over the laundry and Orion starts like yelling at the front door, which was like really creepy because he doesn't actually usually do something like that. It was like out of character. And I turned around and our front door was wide open.
Actually, that's the wrong email. It's Vin and Sori merch.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's probably why he told you to get a new job.
He didn't say new job. He said real job.
Get
That's
a
what he
real
said.
job. Yeah.
This is my job, bitch.
Overshadow wants to know what a real job is, Timothy. Okay, we're sounding crystal clear, and
We're looking decent. I can't stand that freaking green light.
somebody said that we're both ugly as fuck.
Whoa. Hey man, thanks.
I'm just kidding.
That's what.
Honest to goodness, I don't judge anybody for trolling in comment sections.
Nope.
If I was bored, I would.
It's so fun.
Honest to goodness, like sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna create one of these fake accounts and I am going to troll some major. Just go on and just troll people.
I've been getting a lot more requests for advertisements on the channel since we started your idea, though. Sorry. Good job.
Shout out to me.
And I never get back to them.
Why?
We need to create a new email for business inquiries.
Yeah, it's true.
We're like the
Oh,
worst.
get a haircut and get a real
The
job.
worst live streamers of all time.
Vinny
get a haircut. Get
Vinny
a haircut.
Keeps very good control of his hair.
Ooh, Carnival. I think Jesse was the guy. 7 Dusted. I got one of those real jobs. They suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Much love to the homie 7 Dusted. Much love and respect to the homie.
We've been having fun around here. Around here. Okay. So, we are about to start...
Honey, change the thingy on your screen. It's all blurry and nasty.
I know, but it really didn't matter to me.
Hey, are we coming in 1080 on you guys?
Ooh.
Jay's back. Okay, good. Are we coming in 1080 for you guys?
If I consume some of this with my lipstick, how do you feel about that?
Go for it.
Remember the time
they know what it is. They know what it is. They know what it is when dealing with me.
What is it?
Huh? Some real gangster shit. Round with that work.
Your friend is funny on Facebook. The stuff he puts.
Which one?
That one that you were laughing at.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you say his name. So
yeah,
that last post is like funny about the.
He's funny as hell, bro.
I feel
he's
like
funny as hell. If me and him got together, the first like 4 hours would be nothing but like
reminiscing and
like crying laughter. Like when me and him got together, it was just like
that's.
I might bring him on the channel. I don't know.
You should when we move though.
Yeah.
Let's not afflict the poor man. We need a little bit of space.
If he had a channel, he'd use that shit for evil. He'd have like 5 broads in his house every day and shit. That's how he was. Shout out to the homie. That's how he was, man. Here's
yeah,
Jay.
but didn't he meet the one though?
Yeah, there's Jay. See, 031. The Bloods, 031. That's when they used to cut people on Halloween. It was Truman High School. Nobody was in school. Nobody was in school. I went to school. I was like, fuck, dang, I'll let the niggas tell me what I didn't even want to go to school.
Oh, my gosh.
But I just did it on principle. You're dumb as hell, bro. You could have a day off. Especially if it was like a Friday. There was one year where October 31st was on a Friday, and I had a 3-day weekend. But my stupid pride, man.
I wouldn't have gone. Anytime I could have made it, I would have not gone to school, I would have done it. So apparently... I told you. It's like he knew when we were going to start live streaming.
Oh, it's 1080 by 60, but if one puts auto on cell phone, it will be lowest resolution. Okay. I only see pixels. Vin looks like a Minecraft character. Hello from San Diego. Hey. Yeah, you know, I invited the TM fans to come out and talk, and I've done 3 streams since then, and they haven't, so I'm just going to take that as we all can now successfully move on from the Tom McDonald situation, huh? Hola from Chile! Where do you live, Vin? Vin lives in Maine. Hola from Canada. What's up, Bacchus? New viewer from Victoria, BC. That's cool, bro. Appreciate you. Puebla, Mexico. Hola. What's up, Alejandro? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Hello from Seattle, Washington. Billings, is that Montana?
He's drinking.
Okay.
So I should stay with him.
Okay.
I can be less of a bad mom.
Okay. Vin lives in the constant state of chaos. Ain't that the truth, bro?
Do not.
Ain't that the truth? Please. What do you mean? You were just telling me a couple days ago this house is so chaotic. And
yeah, but you said it's not chaos. I have to retell myself another story, so I've been doing that. I'm like, it's not so bad.
Yeah,
but then your ex came over today, so. I'm just kidding, babe. It's fine. It's fine. I'm alive. I'm good.
Get me the aspirins. Yeah, Cody. I got to sign in Texas for a year, bro, and I'm not sure if I really truly dislike Texas or if it was just, you know, I didn't like the work. I don't know. Glad I could spark conflict. Well, I mean, If it was, well, what good would you be, Zonia, if you couldn't spark some familial conflict? That's what Reef used to say every time. He'd be like, "What's going on, Vin? Trouble in paradise?" Oh, man. Zonia, I think a bomb went off in Vin's brain. I don't know what you're talking about, little bro. Vin is a demon. The poll said so. Tom McDonald's a good writer, but I think he needs some better beats to spit over. I think he needs to use the same chorus style. If something is crazy, just call it Texas instead.
I sent you something.
God went north by nothing more is life-changing. I moved to Belton. Tom McDonald's is a McDonald's of rap. Changed my mind. Yeah, I turned the sound off. Yeah, I turned the sound off on purpose. It's back, guys. Don't worry. Favorite Tool album? Lateralis. Lateralis, for sure. Favorite Tool album has to be Lateralis. Oh, yeah, anyone in New Zealand? Anybody here from Pogmore? He's not in New Zealand. I think he's in Australia, but check him out. People Be Trippin'. Favorite Duran Gray album? I haven't listened to any of their stuff yet, so if I told you my favorite record, it would be a lie. It would be a damn lie. I'm pretty sure we did a Misfits song during Punk Week. We did an entire week of punk, but I agree. I think punk is a genre that we've neglected, for sure.
Did you see Wheezy D's icon?
No.
I sent it to you. It's actually it's cute.
Wheezy D's icon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Signed.
Oh, it was a shirt.
Yeah.
Looks like a shirt. Shout out to Wheezy D. Yeah, I think industrial industrial and punk have been overlooked genres that we need to really, really, really dig into. Love it here. Houston for me. Oh, I hear you. I live in Melbourne, Australia. Got friends in NZ. They're all going to higher ground at the moment, waiting. Okay. All right, Victorious Jambi, let us know, man. Would you ever smoke weed in a live stream? No. I would not. Pink Floyd, The Wall. We haven't done that record yet. Do more Cybreed. I think we've done 2 Cybreed songs. I'm not sure. I lived in the Heights, Sean. The Heights. And I did a full year there, and then did what I needed to do and got the hell out of Dodge. And now, my poor brother he got assigned there. But him and 2 other families just bought 60 acres of land, so they're doing okay, I guess. Any current music in your library? Currents, like the band Currents? Is that the name of the band, Currents? If that's the question, the answer is no. I don't have any of them in my library. Don't be rude. Vin isn't square-minded. He's just pixelated. Here's my once-a-month plug for Queensryche Operation Mindcrime. Dustin, send me an email. When are you supposed to go off to work, Dustin? Send me an email. Ba, 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 ba. So what is up with you guys today, everyone? What y'all on? What y'all doing? It's been a hell of a 2 weeks, man. Good Lord. Where is Sori? Sori is taking care of Raisa, who is a lot different than his brother. That's for sure. Damn, you're there now. Damn, bro. Okay. Send me an email, because if we did the Operation Mindcrime live listen, I'd want to do it when you're there. You're working too, Amy? Amy, one of these days, me, you, and Dustin are going to get together and talk shop. It should be fun. Or when you get out and you can talk shop. It should be fun. It's what happens when you're 32 and retired. Congratulations, my man. You're 32 and retired? That's cool. The song is done from start to finish. We have, well, lyrically, Sori's parts are all done. My parts are done. We're waiting on Jay, Dispirited, one other guy, and then one other young lady from a band to add a little interlude thingamajiggy at the very beginning. But once we do that, it's a wrap. Johnny Haas, one of these days you're gonna buy me a dinner. Haas, I got folk in Texas, so if I ever go to see my brother, I guarantee you, I'll take you anywhere you want to go and get you anything you want. Vinny, I sent you something else. Oh, did you now? Okay. Stand by. What Sabbath album would you recommend for one new to metal? I would recommend Follow the Leader. Yeah, I'm a smart man, Z. I'm a very smart man. Yeah, Amy Lee doesn't understand your humor yet, sorry. Hey Vin, when you get a chance, look up PRCC Voice and listen to a song called Light On. Listen with headphones. Okay. How does one prevent oneself from going insane over becoming 40 in a year? Well, Zumi, I mean, it hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it when it finally comes. Yeah, I think, like, if you look at, like, Tom Brady or LeBron, these are very extreme examples. But medicine is the way that it is right now. Like 40 is like 25 right now, honestly, as far as like quality of life and what you can do if you're like very diligent about taking care of yourself, like physically. I beat the hell out of my body for the first 30 years of my life. I really did. And, it was actually those guys that really got me on a health kick. So the last couple of years, I've been really like focusing in on, you guys know I like chug down half a liter of chaga every day. It's been really, really helpful. I've been really going after inflammation, so I take things that are designed to kill inflammation, and it's heavy with antioxidants and things like that. Camu is like 720% of the daily recommended vitamin C intake. Obviously, you have to be careful about that with other issues. I've got a pretty stringent vitamin regimen and supplement regimen that I take every single day. Collagen, those types of things. Then hitting the gym and grinding it out on the gym. So if you take care of yourself physically, and I even do things for the mind. So if you take care of yourself physically and mentally, once you hit 40, man, like you really, really should be able to take off. You should have, So I'm really, really looking forward to it. My quality of life when I hit 40 is going to be exponentially better than it is right now. And so I'm very much looking forward to it. Last song that made me cry. It's probably that Seven Dust song. We were reviewing a Seven Dust song, and then, I got the news that one of my little buddies, my little bros from around the way, died by himself in his apartment of COVID. And that was pretty tough. So that was the last song that made me cry. Because the song was about LaJohn finding out that he was pregnant for the first time. So it was just a crazy situation because he got the news that his child, was coming, and then his, Lee Band's mother got the news that her child was dying, and it was just a terrible, rough situation. But I'm actually very glad that I found out about Lee Band during the review. One, because like we say all the time, every time we record, you're looking at a camera like right in front of you, but like behind us there's like an imaginary group of people that are with us. And the song was kind of cathartic. So, it was an important, I'm glad that it happened that way, and I'm glad that, we didn't edit it out, like Sori does all the editing, so I didn't, because there's usually a lot of stuff that gets edited out by the time you hit the final product. But Sori didn't edit anything out, and I'm glad it stayed the way it was, because it was a tough situation. But I think it's good to demonstrate that negative feelings are okay. Like, we're in a culture where like any negative feeling is perceived as bad, and if you whatever, it's like this is part of the human experience, and that's what we say on the Patreon page. It's talking about like I forgot the phrase, but it's like commenting on the human experience. And so a lot of what what we're trying to accomplish in the channel is to use music as a portal to just really talk about human experience. So yeah, it sucked. It sucked. It was very, very painful, but that was sort of like the overall ethos of the channel. So in that sense, it was very much Vin and Sori. So there you go. Later, David. Song of the year last year was what's up, Slipknot, Sean? Song of the year last year for me was Orbit Culture, The Shadowing, which I listen to probably 15 times a day. If you ever wanted to see LaJohn Witherspoon give a crazy progressive emotive performance, check out Earthside Mob Mentality. Are the times of reactions also an opportunity for you and Sori to strengthen the relationship between you two? Yes and no. You know, yes, in the sense of there are things that come out in the reactions that we didn't know about each other that are cool. But then there are other times when it creates tension because the grind of doing it day after day after day, and we have aggressive timelines and goals and things like that are, you know, that create a lot of tension. You know, like it's you know, I've worked in the corporate world, I've worked in the other worlds, and now I'm living in the e-commerce or, you know, social media world, and they're almost indistinguishable as far as like the demand that it takes and the things that it takes out of you and the amount of time that you put into it. If one of the little secret hacks that a lot of people don't really understand about YouTube is responding to comments. So in the first year, I responded almost to every single comment that was. You remember that?
I do.
I'd spend like 2 hours.
Like, give me attention.
Yeah,
because we were newly married.
Yeah, we're newly married, and you know, we'd be offline, but I'm sitting there commenting, responding to everybody, because that's, like I said, it's one of the hacks that you do. So it's a job. It's a job, and it takes a lot out of you if you're putting out stuff at the volume that we're putting stuff out. I mean, we're close to 2,000 reviews, not to mention Middle America. So it created a lot of tension, and we had to figure out, you know, how to function as a couple while that was happening. So yes, at times it created some tension, say it that way. But other times it was good.
Yeah.
So there you go. I've been listening to Yob lately, and I haven't checked out your channel for a little while. And then recently you did a listen to YOB. Yeah, Yob is a crazy band. It's a crazy band. And yeah. Randy in the house. What's good, Randy?
Oh, okay. I'm back.
Sori's back.
I've got the little guy right beside me. Did you take your aspirin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trivium down from the sky. Oh, that's a pretty intriguing one. Orange Goblin. Did we do an Orange Goblin?
Yeah, we did.
Like we did an Orange Goblin song. Is it terrorist sleeping? Let me see.
I was going to look it up.
Yeah, we're still alive.
Oh.
He's like,
I'm not going to sleep now.
He's like,
I'm not sleeping, Dad. Here, let's look and see your face. Come here.
Best guitarist to work with Ozzy. I don't know.
Show yourself, baby. This is Reza. He's our little munchkin.
Sori's song of the... What's your song of the year? Is it the Spirit Box joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sori's a massive fan of Spirit Box.
Also typo.
And typo. But I think Spirit Box got song of the year for her already.
It did.
And it's the beginning of the year, but I don't think there's going to be anything that beats that Spirit Box song other than another Spirit Box song, probably.
Right. And lots of people have been saying to listen to Constance. That one will be coming up soon enough.
Soon, very soon. Wait. Mashallah.
Look at his crazy hair, you guys. He's such a weirdo.
I know. He's a weird kid. He looks like an old man.
He does. Aw. You're a little tiny old man.
Honey Guy Pay, I really want to check out God Went North by Nothing More. Vin and Sori merch at gmail.com on PayPal, Ben. You know, I might, I don't know. I have so many ideas, but...
How old is he? He was born
November
at the end
17th.
of November.
You are the worst. She doesn't remember this kid's
and
birthday.
honestly, I actually made a post today, And I put everybody's age, and I put his. I think he's 3.5 months. I put him on there, but like now I've forgotten.
5 months, 19 pounds already. He's a beast. There you go.
Yeah, he's a
little beast.
Whoop.
Fat bastard.
Say bye now. I'm gonna go sit in my chair. Bye now.
Hola from Honduras. Do 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 do.
Here you go.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. We can play with this one.
Yeah, we reacted to Beethoven. There's like a secret like alliance called the Classical Conspiracy that kind of lets us in on those types of things. I'm pretty bad. Reza is a proof that Vin ain't black. I've been grifting the entire time.
Orion is pretty good with him. Like sometimes he's like, it's like kind of like a love-hate thing. He'll be like really nice to him, give him his pacifier, wipe spit off his face, stuff like that. He's great. But then all of a sudden, like if I'm giving Reza too much attention, Orion will be like, "Mom, Mom," and like try to get in there, sit on my lap.
Mega jealous.
Or
Mega
he had a French fry in his hand, and he was like looking at Reza like this with the fry, and then all of a sudden he went boop to stick it in his ear. I was like, no, you can't put that in his ear. And he was like, then he went and he pushed it right in his hair. Right in his hair. It was just a soft French fry.
He's the worst.
I was like, wow,
okay. He's the worst.
Exactly.
That's a terrible kid.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is wrong all around. Just wrong. But I guess that's what I've never had two kids close together, so it's very surprising to me. I'm learning all kinds of new things. You have to fit two of them on your lap.
You put two of them on your lap?
I do. I hold them both so that way, I don't know. You can't please everybody. That's what I'm learning. All right, let me pull up the comment section here. Let's see. Okay, bye, Steve. Have a good night. Feed Ray's a lemon live on camera. Maybe. We'll see. We did that with Orion, remember?
What?
Fed him a lemon on camera.
Fed him what?
11? A lemon.
I thought you said 11. How do you feed somebody 11?
Please. How is Mini Sori doing? Actually, she's doing pretty good. Her arm is, I suppose, healing quite nicely. It's bandaged up so we can't see it, but she keeps complaining of it itching. She's like, Mom, I really think we should stick something down there. I'm like, no, we're not sticking anything in your cast. That's what they tell you not to do. She's like, yeah, but when you had your cast, you stuck something in there. Which is true, I did.
You did?
I did.
When you tore your ACL?
I absolutely did. I had a back scratcher that had like rounded scratchers, so it wouldn't ruin it. It wouldn't scratch me, and no joke, I would stick my leg up in the air and I would just like scratch and scratch and scratch it. But I didn't go anywhere near the incision spot where I don't really know what the inside of her cast looks like. So I'm like, no, I'm not taking any chances with you. Sorry, honey.
Okay. So, hold on. What's my guy? I got a guy in here, and I need to confirm that he's actually here.
Have you guys reacted to mortification? That kind of sounds familiar, actually.
Johnny Haas left Texas.
Why?
I don't know. You said there are too many crazy people.
He's crazy. No, I don't think we did, actually. Mortification. I don't think we did. Slipknot 2K. Sean, did you see his? He said that he messed up his ankle pretty badly. Sent us a picture. I don't believe I saw that. Holy moly! Overshadowed Sean. That's disgusting.
What happened?
He did that. Tore his ACL, MCL, PCL, and his kneecap was on the other side of his knee.
Oh, you must have fell.
Times.
Remember that kid that we called? We randomly called him. And he's like, "Oh my God, Vin and Sori." Oh yeah, that's him. He's in the chat.
Oh, hi, guy.
Sorry, you want to tell them about the March Madness event?
No, because I'm not really. It's like explaining something that I don't really know a whole lot about. That's why you're supposed to watch that commercial. I know. This is what I do know. I do know it's $1 to get in. And I think what happens is that you can buy like basically you pay $1 and the $1 is going to end up going toward people who are in special, people that have certain needs in the community. But I guess like you pick a magic team that you think is going to win. I don't really know. Like I'm talking about something I don't know shit about, so I don't know what to tell you. Like watch the little commercial. I don't. The thing is, I don't know. If Ben was
here, he'd be like, "That's what you do all the time."
Oh my word! I don't know. I've never done it, and to be honest with you, I really don't have any interest in basketball. So playing it, that's all right, but not watching it. It's not really.
Yeah,
fun.
you were pretty good when you played it.
That was just at the beginning too.
Yeah, with that lazy bastard.
Thank you, Steve.
That lazy
all-female rock.
That lazy bum. Mm-hmm. Did you tell them how you got hurt playing?
Vin and I were playing basketball, and I went to jump and shoot, and there was this guy that was playing with us. The thing is, we weren't even going to be playing a second round, right? And you tricked me, right? Isn't that how it went?
No.
Pretty sure.
No. Well, I said just one game, and then they won by like half a point or whatever.
And so I didn't know much about the game, so then before I knew it, we were into another game.
I was pissed off, so I was like, all right, run it back.
But see, run it back? I mean, how am I supposed to know what that means? But that means we're starting another game, which...
I was killing them boys, too.
Then I jumped to shoot. The guy stepped on the back of my ankle.
Killing those. I hit like five in a row. I had that pull-up going because I was like, I was all mad because we lost that first game. And I wanted to prove that we could win with you on the team. So...
I should have sent you back in when I folded to the ground.
Well, when you went down, I was like, get up. I was like, sorry, get up. And you couldn't get up. And I was like...
It was weird. Like, it wasn't... The ground felt weird.
Yeah, I was like telling you to walk it off. And then you were saying the ground felt weird. I was like, that's not good. That's not good. Because that was... I had already had my injury and whatever. So I was like, that is not... That is not good. And then you were saying the ground felt all strange and shit when you were putting your foot down. I'm like, guaranteed she tore her ACL. Guaranteed. What's the amount of money required to request a song reaction? Well, it could be $1 if you join a Patreon alliance. It can be $125 if you want to request one directly, and if you've done that 3 times, it'll be $75. So I don't know where you've been at, but we're about to do a song reaction right now.
It's 11 o'clock here. It's not 4.
It's currently 4 a.m. It's currently 4 a.m. Maybe it's 4 a.m. where he is. You know, there's more people on the planet than that.
I actually flipped that and said, "Is it currently 4 a.m.?"
What? There's a synthwave Magua cover? We need to have an all-day recording session and just get all these things done. There's so much music I need to listen to. A synthwave Magua cover. Holy shit.
Blake X. Yep, it's awesome.
Isn't it Zonia that introduced you to synthwave?
No, my cousin did. My cousin Luke.
I thought it was Zonia.
Nope. Dark synthwave.
When I tore mine, I didn't feel anything. I was in the middle of a football game. When I've got like a fragment of a something floating at like the top inside of my foot, and that was on that last trip.
Yep, apparently.
That's when I was that really pissed me off because I was running like 2 miles a day with that 6-minute average.
Yep. You were never the same after that.
I was prepping because I had that trip to go to, and I was coming down that corridor, mother flower. You know how many times a day that goes through my head, especially when I'm in the gym. I get so angry. I hate not being able to do what I used to be able to do. But I should.
I'm sure that there's something they can do to fix that.
Yeah, I should have just went and got it taken care of. But if you go in there, if you go in that tent and get that shit looked at or whatever, and then they take you out, and I wasn't gonna do that. But like I thought, turn the corner running this way, and then all the lights were off, so I stepped on the wrong stair, and the other stair was all busted out and shit, and I fell straight down and crunch. Yep. I just heard. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. I said, that's going to hurt later because I didn't feel anything.
Well, adrenaline was...
I didn't feel a thing. But I was like, that's going to hurt later. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I got up and I crashed right in my face. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's when I realized I could not. I was not ambulatory. I had to pick me up and friggin'.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was that.
I picture you saying, "Yeah, it's all good."
No, we just had the phrase: "The pain is a punishment." Pain is a punishment.
Well,
yeah.
That's how you've always felt.
Yeah. Yep. When I messed up my ankle, I literally stood up, walked 3 steps to go get a drink, and my leg just buckled and gave out, and my ankle went sideways. I had to crawl to my couch.
Oh, yikes.
Yep. Went to touch his knee, kneecap wasn't there.
Oh, that's so gross, Overshadow. I mean, come on. Kneecap is in the back?
It happens. I thought to myself, like, of all the shit.
Yep.
It's just a stupid, you weren't looking. I came in and my boss was like, you should have been looking. I was like, no shit. I was at my absolute limit. Because I had a phone call with her. I had a phone call with you, and you were like, why are you calling me from Egypt? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, I was at the absolute, and then the freaking thing, and ankle, and whatever. And I was like, ah!
It's hard to picture you in that.
He's like Crease
reacting like that.
He's like Crease from Cobra Kai, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So he was just like. Yeah, that day.
You have a pacifier?
No. Yeah, it was pretty freaking devastating. It's pretty painful.
Like that.
Sent you a text, Vin. I do medieval reenactment. I've been hit in the shoulder by a flail, and someone missed my shield and hit me in the head. Holy moly.
Yikes.
You do the, what do you call it? That's the one we went to in Canada, right?
Yeah.
What do we call that?
The medieval
times. All flesh wounds. Check out Sean James, The Curse of the Fold. Thanks for being chill. Thank you for saying that. Since we're talking about fractures, yeah. What are you going to react to? Don't worry about it. We'll tell you very soon. I'll tell you very soon. Yeah. It wasn't.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
So do you have a plan? What we're doing right now?
Yeah, I got a guy that I've been talking to because he's no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. Oh, that's the guy from Hellraiser. And Danny quoted that in Her Goes to the Fog.
Okay, that's where it's familiar.
No tears, please.
Yeah.
Fear and pain may accompany death, but it is desire that shepherds its certainty, as we shall see. Brilliant. The guy is brilliant, man. Holy moly.
Hey, buddy.
I broke my wrist. Yeah, man. That I said, this sucks. Really bad. And there it is again. Are we buffering? Got a little laggy for a second there. This thing is so crazy. I love this Ecamm thing. I swear to God. Bye,
John.
When I see
This guy's rubbing his face a lot. Maybe I should go put him back to that.
he's tired, bro. Admiral Angry Plastic Bag. Okay. Honey, you don't know the... Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play that guy's thing. For the, what do you call it? because people are unfamiliar about the March Madness stuff.
Okay, just play it.
And you're doing a piss poor job of explaining it.
Well, I put the video out there.
You dumb butt.
It's up to them to watch it.
I mean, it's at the end. To be fair to them, it's at the very
by
end.
Itself too.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, a lot of you guys are asking about the March Madness thing, so I'm going to explain to you what the March Madness thing is about in a second. I'm trying to be super chill, but it isn't working. Hey, Mason, good to see you, buddy. An error occurred. Stand by. They're asking me if I want to resume. I said yes. I don't know what the error was. It's doing this again. Hold on. Freaking circle, Amy says. We're good now. We're good. Okay.
What is this down here?
That's us.
Look.
That's us. You know how it does that thing? That's not the problem.
Okay.
Hot potato drop. Okay, can you get your phone off of that thing? Let's just free up as much broadband as we can for the
How am I supposed to send any messages?
Just put it on the other one. Put it on LTE.
I'm teasing you.
Oh.
It's just
okay. Well, I mean, I don't know how much of this stuff you actually know. Take a picture by filter.
You guys should see the picture
Vin
has on his computer of me. It's ridiculous.
It is a badass picture. I love this picture. Look at this. Look at this picture, guys. Can you guys see it?
All the children have seen it. It's terrible.
That's a badass picture. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that badass woman right there.
Back it up. It might be not clear.
Look at that badass woman right there.
Terrible.
Terrible. Call it what you want.
All the children saw that. Wow.
That's a badass woman. When you connect to the internet, do you hear a bunch of noises that prevents you from using your home phone? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Why isn't Super Chat working? Super Chat is working. We're just talking about if you want a song reaction, it goes to PayPal, not Super Chat. Is she 17 in that picture? No, that picture was 4 years ago. She isn't 17 in that one. She would never do that when she was 17. Shit. I missed another business appointment. Damn it. Cholo, sorry. You're blessed with love, and your love is lovely, and you're also a handsome dude. I appreciate that, my guy. Wanted to say, love your reaction on Nirvana. Where did you sleep last night? When you talk about his look at the end, you were the only one who noticed that on all the reactions I saw. Yeah, man, that dude was a genuinely tormented individual. You know, it's one of those things I always think to myself, you know, with metal, is that these guys, and women, they provide such a service in a sense, right? But at the same time, it's like we're benefiting so much from their pain and suffering, you know, and it's kind of a weird sort of symbiotic relationship that's almost parasitic. Like, I feel like if I was one of those guys, like, I would almost be resentful of my fan base to a degree. I don't know. How much to request a song? Song requests are $125, Tyler. If you do it 3 times, you're at $75. Or my favorite option is $1 gets you on to Patreon, and you do it that way through the alliances. Doing pretty good. Got a headache, but other than that, I'm okay. I'm Sorry, finally figured out which fingers to show. As true Christians, it's always the middle one, not an inverted peace sign. Later, Ben. Thanks for hanging out. It's like Mushroom Head and Lacuna Coil. Holy moly, that sounds like a very interesting thing. Glad to call you guys one of my favorite reaction channels. Love chilling with you guys on here. Yeah, bro. It's good to see you, man. Glad to see you're doing good. Glad to see you're still in school, doing your thing. What do you guys saw? Some Jack White from the White Stripes to Rock on Tears and the Dead Weather. I only know that one song, the because that's not really my style of music. But that song is I mean, it's a classic song. It's undeniable. I first heard that song actually. I was watching a Patriots game. And that came over like the, you know they play music and stuff between downs and stuff. So I was, it's such a catchy thing. And then I saw a video, and I was like, oh, that's that thing. So, yeah, those guys are legit. Benjamin, can you start bringing awareness to missing, murdered Indigenous women? Over 5K women and children go missing or murdered every year, and the government does nothing. Pony, vinandsori@gmail.com, and I'll Middle America. I'll shoot an entire episode on it. Violet Orlandi did a nice cover of that song. What's the name of that song, though? What's up, Song Snob? They played at Ohio State game. What is the name of that song? Then me and you need to talk sports, my guy. That's my thing besides metal. Okay, next time I call you up, my guy, we'll talk about sports, inshallah. Seven Nation Army, okay. Seven Nation Army couldn't know. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, yeah. Everybody knows the name of the song except for me. Holy moly. I'll tell you what, man. You think that you know something, but it's like looking now, like how much more like the community has educated me on metal. It's like it's a cool thing, like when you're a person who like learning is so important to me because I get bored so easily and I got ADD and, my mind goes all over the place. So, learning is always a big thing. I'm always reading something or looking at some other thing or whatever. So it's really cool when you're like, yo, you didn't know anything. Because it's like, you have so many things. I think it's one of the things that made the channel successful is because, one, is I love learning new stuff. And two, I love analysis and literature and things like that. So it's kind of like the perfect marriage for me. As far as my contribution to the channel. So, it's been fun. But it's also funny to me, like, how little I know of things that, to some people should be obvious. Like, there was, like, some Queen song that I'd never heard before. And apparently it's, like, this massively big song. And I hadn't heard it before. And it's like, how could you say you love music or rock or whatever and you didn't know that? I don't even know the title. People were like, you're crazy, man. So anyway, it's fun. How is DL gonna feel about Russell Wilson leaving Seattle? Well, I'm kind of prepping him for it. I don't know if I don't know if it has actually happened yet. But it's one of those things, where it's like, it looks almost inevitable. I just think Tom Brady has really screwed up the game for a lot of people because now you're going to have all these quarterbacks who are going to want to play GM and construct their own teams or whatever. My thing about Russell Wilson was he signed almost a record contract 2 years ago. And it's like, yeah, I told Dorian, I said, okay, he doesn't want a championship then. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, he took 15% of the salary cap. That means he doesn't want a championship. He just wants money for himself. But now he's up there with Goodell watching Brady make history, and now he's all angry and he wants the Brady treatment. Sorry, you're not going to get Brady treatment. Brady has never been the highest. Brady has never even been in the top 10 as far as salary goes for quarterbacks ever in his career. He's always taken pay cuts so they can bring other people on. So until Russell Wilson does that, he's got no argument to be treated like Tom Brady. Sorry. I got into In Flame because my buddy said, how do you not know In Flames? Your Bohemian Rhapsody reaction is the best I've ever seen. Thank you. I joined the Patreon as a base level super supporter, all I can give for the moment, but I will eventually upgrade. Well, Mason, that's way more than enough, bro. I appreciate that, like, for sure. What are you reviewing? We're reviewing songs. How's your day, bro? Love your channel. Appreciate it. Had a decent time at the gym. And had a very interesting time before that, but there you go. Marcine of the Nuclear Village. Excellent. Always excited to see ghost reactions. Always excited to see more people, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, Pete the Pilot. Any advice for someone in their early 20s? It's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as good as you think it is. You're going to be okay. Save your money. Invest in Bitcoin. Oh, I'm late, but now I have to go to bed. Either way, God bless. Have a good night. Later, bro. Appreciate you. Do you do live reactions? Yes, we do. How do you feel about Behemoth? I love Behemoth, and I love Nergal, and God loves him, and Nergal has been very inspirational to a lot of people. And I believe that him and God are going to settle their beef, whatever it is, and things are going to go good for him. That's what I believe about Nergal. Advice for someone in their early 40s. Your life is just beginning. Don't believe the biggest lie. Love the biggest truth. And invest in Bitcoin. Greetings, comrade, from Russia. Appreciate you. From Russia. Appreciate you. Became a fan seeing reaction to Silent Scream by Slayer. Yeah, bro. Andre, that was a crazy song, man. That was... I kind of... Sometimes I undersell when I'm shocked at something because I cannot stand the whole big reactors. As far as, like, you know... But there have been a couple times when I've been caught off guard where I'm like, holy shit. And that was definitely one of them. Did you hear about the criminal charges against Nergal once again for offending religious people? Yeah, man. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. I went to a Behemoth concert and had to get 8 stitches in my eyebrow. Where do you think is a line when music becomes noise? When there isn't some form of telos or order to the music. Right? Like if you listen to Mr. Bungle, like you know, it's like you can think that it's noise, but there's actually rhythm to it. And there's actually meter and pace to it to where it's music. You know, we're pattern-based individuals, no matter what perspective you look at, whether it's theologically or secular. We're pattern-based individuals. So to me, it counts as music if there's a pattern to it somehow, whether it's notes, chords, progressions, whatever. If it's just random crunch, 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 blah, 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 then it's just noise. That's how I look at it. If Bitcoin goes up to 100K, like people are speculating, I'll be very happy. I've never felt the need to jump out of my seat and grab a door for protection during a reaction. Yeah, I hear you. Hello, Vin, my beloved Christian. Great FAS on Brazil, man. Yeah, whatever that means, I'm with it. My dying bride. Do you like System of a Down? Yes. Any advice for someone who lost a child and now is unsure about their faith and struggles to believe? Well, Chris, I got an email about this yesterday from somebody. And they were saying, is God punishing us or is God upset at us for doubting or whatever. And to me, doubt and anger at God many times is an expression of faith, not a negation of faith. And that's why you have books like Habakkuk in the Old Testament, or Job, or even Exodus, or the Psalms, where the psalmist says, look away from me. He's talking to God. He says, just look away from me. I don't even want to look at you. I don't want you looking at me because you've brought so much trauma into my life. Just get away from me so I can have some peace. So, these horrible situations that all of us go through are just that. They're horrible. And the scripture says that God knows that we're dust. And so I would just say, whatever it is, your anger, your hurt, your pain, your doubts, I would just say channel it all back to God and channel it to your friends, your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, and get people to support you. Be honest about it. Me personally, I write, do a lot of journaling, do a lot of writing, and I think that those things are important to do. And just remember that the ultimate symbol of Christianity is a cross, which means I think that's important because it indicates that through the worst suffering and the worst pain and death, God can bring about the best outcome. So Paul says, I consider that our current light and momentary afflictions are working for us an eternal weight of glory. So the arithmetic is, to the degree that you are suffering, God is going to multiply that 100-fold. And when he dissolves the hologram and he disconnects the simulation and we see the world for what it actually is and we see history for what it actually is, we'll look back and say, oh, I had a rough go of it, but that makes sense and I wouldn't have changed the plan a scintilla of an inch. I really believe that. But until we get there, we fight, we cry, you get angry, do whatever you need to do. As long as you're doing it Godward, it counts. And that's the best I can have for you. And obviously, I'm sorry for your loss, my guy. It's the worst thing in the world. I gotta go, 4:30 a.m. Gotta eat dinner. Later, bro. I have your shirt, Sori. I will mail it out to you soon. Thank you for your advice. It means a lot. Yeah, bro. Send me an email every once in a while. Tell me how you're doing. I haven't had a necessarily easy life. None of us gets out of this thing alive, right? So if we can all be there for each other, then that's great. Do you know the band Charlie Brown Jr. here in Brazil? I do not. Have you ever heard any Aussie with Randy Rhoads on guitar? I think we did a song with them. You need to hear this band, the Fallen Prodigy, man. It's the female lead vocalist, and you wouldn't be able to tell yourself if you didn't watch the music video. It's insanity. Okay, cool. I'm going to send that email to you, Vin. Cool. Excellent. Did you hear about the allegations about Marilyn Manson? Yes. Yes, I have. Oh, okay. Crazy Train. Randy Rhoads did Crazy Train. Okay. That is like one of my favorite riffs. That favorite preacher of all time? Charles Haddon Spurgeon, probably. Favorite theologian of all time, who's been the most influential for me? John Piper. Is he still wide awake?
Yeah. So I don't know what we just...
He just sits there and looks at you and says, hey, listen, I'm going to completely dominate this time.
Yep. I don't know what to do.
Piper, really? Yeah. Heaviest song I ever heard. I think the heaviest song I've ever sung start to finish was Disposable Heroes Metallica. But the heaviest like section or riff or whatever you want to call it, I'm pretty sure it came from Overshadow Sean. It's this band called Corrosion of Conformity, and there's this song In the Arms of God. And the riff at the end, like the last minute and 45 seconds, is just the heaviest riff I've ever heard in my entire life. It's like the heaviest.
You have an incredible memory.
Josh, appreciate you. You guys have entertained me for a long time. I've never seen you live. Sending all love. Appreciate you, Josh.
Welcome to the channel. Well, the live.
Clean it up, sis. React to Frogs from the Alice in Chains Unplugged, please. Love you guys.
I love the unplugged versions.
I know you do. So, oh yeah, heaviest song. Yeah, so that was the heaviest riff. He's like, these are the things that bang on the mind. You know, and he's got that little riff and he's like, something put in a cage and seen the wrong view. Something like a lightning rod. You're in my friends into the arms of God. Then it goes, dun, 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 dun. It's like, it's a slide, and then it's like, I don't know how he does it, but it's like, it's the heaviest shit ever. To me, anyway, I don't know. I
was looking at nightgowns because I want to buy a nightgown. This is so embarrassing. So it was like, Amazon will let you put on like your own, like if you like the item, you can put on your own video. And it kind of reminded me of that time that we were on Facebook Marketplace. Well, this girl was like, oh, the nightgown's perfect. I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing, but it's very soft. And then behind her was a mirror.
Yeah?
Well, she didn't know that was live, I'm sure, because she said, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing. You could see everything in the back of the mirror. It was kind of embarrassing. The thing was very short. You don't get it. I'll explain it to you later. Remember that time we were on Facebook Marketplace and there was somebody that was like advertising something, but there was a mirror on the side and you could see the person was standing there that had no clothes on?
Yeah.
And you were like, my dude, you're buck naked.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it's on Amazon, so it feels like even more like somebody needs to tell. But
half a billion people saw that shit, bro.
Are you supposed to tell her? How do you tell her?
Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, or Megadeth? Metallica. Easy.
Okay.
Easy. Metallica!
Okay, I feel like, should we try to...
I used to listen to this guy, Michael Savage. I used to listen to him religiously. He was like the first like far right angry radio talk show guy that I came into contact with, and it was right after 9/11, so I needed somebody that was angry. So he was pissed off. He's like, ah!
It was perfect for you.
Oh yeah. Well, he would go on commercial, and then when he would come back, you know how they have the little intro music? Well, it was Short of Straw from Metallica.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know that it was Short of Straw. So all I heard was... Did
you like it?
Oh my God. I love that part. I used to record that little part. Like, and I would just... I record it. So I just hear that riff over and over and over again. And finally, I was like saying it when I was at Burger King making my little rap. I was going... And then the girl behind me was like, Short of Straw. But I didn't know what she was doing. I was like, and she was like, Short of Straw. And I was like, yeah, bitch, whatever.
What are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, no, that's the song. I was like, that's the name of the song? I was like, who does it? She's like, it's Metallica. It's Short of Straw. So I went home and I mastered that shit. Oh my, I was in heaven, bro. I was like, oh my God, this is the heaviest song of all time. I love that riff to this day. Like, that's like one of my favorite riffs of all time. That it's just such an aggressive, like, like James Hetfield. Like, if you talk about body of work as like classic riffage or just like he's the greatest. Like, he's not the best guitar. It's like Tom Brady. Like, he's not the best, like, quarterback as far as skills, accuracy. No, you can find every quarterback that can do something better than Brady. But man, Hetfield, like, especially after all much of their catalog we've listened to, like from when he was a kid to now, he's just come up with just insane riffs, man.
Oh, here it is. Look.
What?
There's 530 votes.
12 comments, 24 likes. Yeah, that's good.
So we can start doing stuff like this.
Yeah, you should do one every day.
Well, I can't think of... Look at the stupid one I came up with.
That's a still good one. Have you guys heard Mario Judah yet? No.
You hear that?
Dusted is at work now, thanks to Joe fucking Biden.
I know. Aww.
I cannot tell you how.
Did he say he used to dance around with his 11-year-old with that?
What, the shortest straw?
Seven Dusted said something I'm going to get to read.
Shortest straw. Have you seen both of the American Gospel documentaries? One thing that I thought was surprising was that progressive churches are losing members rather than increases. Well, progressive churches, you know, like, I haven't seen those documentary. It wouldn't surprise me if quote-unquote progressive churches are losing members because they keep compromising on essentials. Oh, well, the Bible's not the Word of God. Okay, well, then what the hell are we doing here if the Bible's not the Word of God? Like, what are we doing? I don't believe this, and I don't believe that in the Bible. It's like, look, man, I don't have a problem with, like, young Christians or whatever, like, having issues with certain aspects of the Bible. Like, I don't have an issue with that. But if you're going to be a teacher or a preacher or whatever, or you're going to be a leader, you better have some solid beliefs. All this postmodernist bullshit doesn't work for people who have real issues and are asking ultimate questions. So it wouldn't surprise me if progressive churches are floundering. So, Vin, are you going to interview Dimmu Borgir or Satyricon? I'd love to. I mean, if they're available, set it up. Give me John Piper or Charles Stanley. Y'all can keep the new school pastor. Yeah, I agree. Sean. I thought you didn't like Piper. I love Piper. He's the, as far as a theologian goes, like, he's singularly shaped my life. Did Jesus ever say anything about homosexuality? Why do so many Christians dislike it but ignore the other laws in Leviticus? I know I'm spelling it wrong. George, no, Jesus never said anything about homosexuality in the Gospels, and the reason for that is obvious. There was no controversy about homosexuality in Jesus' time period in regard to his culture. Remember, he was preaching to Jewish people who were heavily religious and heavily, involved in the Torah and the Mosaic Law. So there was no question about that as a sexual ethic controversy in first century Palestine. The only sexual controversy there was in first century Palestine was divorce, because you had a lot of guys that were, divorcing their wives for any reason so they can marry this other girl. And it basically turned out to be, I like this hot blonde, you're 48 years old and stuff is sagging and this girl's perky, so I'm going to find a reason to divorce you and marry her. So that created a fracture in the community, and so you had different schools of thought, was Hillel and Shammai, and people took different positions. One guy took an ultra-conservative position, another guy took an ultra-liberal position on it, and so they brought the question to Jesus, and Jesus took a more stringent position on divorce than even the ultra-Orthodox guy did. So the reason Jesus doesn't talk about homosexuality is because it wasn't a controversy. Everybody agreed on it, and there was no controversy. When he was presented with a sexual ethic question, Jesus took an ultra-Orthodox position on it. And so There you go. As far as why don't Christians follow Leviticus, that's not as simple as one may think. For example, the phrase "love your neighbor as yourself" did not originate in the Gospels. It actually is found in Leviticus. There are laws in Leviticus that say if you see your enemy and his donkey falls into a ditch and you see your enemy struggling to bring the donkey out of the ditch, you have to stop what you're doing and help your enemy. So there are parts of Leviticus that are ceremonial, and there are other parts of Leviticus that are moral. And so I think the simplest way to detect which is to say, what sins did God judge the other nations for? There's nothing in the Old Testament, Leviticus or Exodus or Deuteronomy or any of these other passages that say anything about God destroying other nations for wearing different fabrics. There's nothing about God destroying other nations for eating shellfish. There's nothing about God even destroying other nations for violating the Sabbath. But when you're talking about sexual mores, whether it's homosexuality, adultery, incest, those types of things, God judged nations in the Old Testament for those. And so it's a very easy key to figure out which laws are universal and which ones are Israel specific. Another one is to say that the term to'eva, which is a Hebrew term for abomination, is used very interestingly in the Old Testament. Sometimes it'll say, this shellfish will be an abomination for you. And then there are other things where it says, this is an abomination to Yahweh. And those things that are an abomination to Yahweh are universal laws. Those things that are an abomination to Israel are specific to them. So that's how I'd answer that question. Yeah, Perk, I don't know that that's necessarily true. I hear what you're saying about people not understanding homosexuality as a sexual orientation in first century Palestine. I don't think that's true. If you look at some of Robert Gannon's work on sexuality in the first century, that's actually not necessarily true. And I can send you a link on that if you want to look at some of his works. Why are there so many different Bibles? Look at the word denominations. When you go to the bank and cash your check, what does the teller ask you? What denomination would you like your cash? The reason that there are many denominations is one part strategic, I think, and one part due to our sin, and one part due to the fact that the church as an entire body is still, in my mind, very early and childish. So when I say one part strategic, what I mean is there are certain cultures where Southern Baptist culture just would not translate. So you take a Southern Baptist and you parachute them into the Horn of Africa. Those kinds of churches don't work. The Pentecostal denomination, which is much more emotive and emotional and in touch with their emotions, translates very, very well. So I think God in his providence strategically allows for denominations because it pushes forward the gospel. One of the things that's really interesting when I look at Islam versus Christianity, Islam has a very prescriptive worship service. Okay? Everything you do in a worship service is extremely, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just talking about the dichotomy here. It's extremely scripted from the front to the back to the very, very end. The New Testament does not have this is how a church service is going to go from opening to close. The New Testament has principles, but it allows for variations that take into account culture, even things like language. If you think about Islam, when you're doing your prayers and things of that nature, to really do it, you have to say it in Arabic, right? You don't have to do that in the Christian religion. It can be Greek, it can be this, it can be that, it can be this, it can be that. So I think strategically that creates two effects. One effect is that it makes your religion a more global religion because it's not tied down to a single culture or time period. But two, it also allows for differences to the point where people start, congregating together with denominationalism. The second reason is just sin. There are certain things about the Bible that certain groups of people don't like, and so they just separate from those people. So that's how I explain that. The Greeks did not have a concept of homosexuality either. Perk, I disagree. I don't think that that's true. I do believe the Greeks had a concept of homosexuality. Since there's so many Bibles, how are we supposed to know which one is the true word of God? Well, Leo, I'd have to get more information from you as far as what you mean by so many Bibles. What do you mean by so many Bibles? Islam is divided between the Quran and what Muhammad said and did, which people take it as how to, and it really gets crazy there. The Hadith. It depends on what you mean by crazy, I guess. No. Perk, I'm familiar with the argumentation. Are you familiar with Dr. Robert Gannon's work, Perkinos? What would your reaction be if one of your kids became an atheist? Would you be cool about it and just accept it? Well, no, you didn't miss your reaction yet, Alan. John, the reason I'm pausing on the reaction is we're waiting for Sori to come back taking care of Raisa. A couple of my kids did say that they were atheists for a while, but I understood that they were going through a very, very hard time. So we were playing Fortnite, and they announced to me that they were atheists, and I said, okay. I didn't go after them for it because my theological persuasion is such that if God wants them, he's gonna keep them. So they had just been through an extremely traumatic, terrible situation, and I can understand them being angry at God. So I just kind of said, yeah, I hear you. If there's anything you need, I'm here for you. I mean, they've since reverted back to Christianity. But, we didn't go crazy about it. Gary Montano says, if I were to believe in any Bible, it would be the 5 books of Moses or the Torah. In 365 AD, Constantine gathered madmen to come up with one Bible. Gary, that is not true. It's just historically inaccurate. That's a myth, and it's not true. I don't know how else to say it. I went to a Pentecostal revival, and they tried to force me to speak in tongues. It was actually really scary. I didn't know what to do. They were trying to preach it into me, and it would not leave. Yeah, Taffer, I've been in those situations myself. I've been in those situations myself a lot. Favorite guitar tuning standard. Do you think the Word of God is an overall interpretation of the texts that have been given to us? Well, I think the Bible is the Word of God. The interpretation is a secondary thing.
I believe he's asleep, and I think that we should be able to get a song.
If someone commits the same sin over and over again, do you believe they're saved? There's a verse in Hebrews about that.
If not, I'm going to hell.
It really depends on the posture of heart of the individual. If the person is saying, hey, I do whatever I want because Jesus died for my sins, then you can know very well that they're not a Christian. But if you have a person that's going to war with a certain issue, like some sins are genetic, like alcoholism, things like that. When we're talking about epigenetics and things like that, those are new fields that are opening up that we're discovering more and more about human nature. So I don't believe that Hebrews 6 is talking about a consistent drug habit or a consistent porn habit. Hebrews 6 is talking about a very specific habit, and that's apostasy, which is a denial of the gospel. But a person can struggle mightily with a particular sin. And look, everybody, unless you got a small group of sinless perfectionists who are claiming that they've overcome sin in total, most Christians would say that no matter what side you're on, you're going to sin on pretty much until the last day that you die. So that's that. I'm not a very religious person, but I had read a little bit of my dad's Bible, learn about some things so many people believe in, and actually better understanding what I'm talking about. That's good, Brandon. That's very good. That's all anybody can ask for. You're a great dad, bro. Best response ever. Thanks, Chris. Dead Sea Scrolls, see them firsthand. Piper's pre-mill, actually. Do you know what it was that made them come back around to Christianity? Well, I mean, as a Christian, I believe they have their own relationship with God. And I just think that, just like with every relationship, there are times when me and Sori have a conflict, and either she's not talking to me or I'm not talking to her. So there's a sense in which the relationship is broken on the external level, but on the internal level, if you were to say, who's your wife and all that, I'm going to say Sori, even though we may not necessarily be on speaking terms in the moment, that doesn't change the fact that we're in a relationship. So when the girls were saying that about their relationship with God, I just interpreted it the same way. I mean, they're young kids. They got put in a situation they had no control over and that they had to suffer the most for. And they were upset at God for allowing them to go through that. And I just think that that's natural. And I think it's a terrible mistake for Christian parents to force their kids to put out some false profession of happiness with God or something like that when they're going through hell. I just think that that's unwise, it's uncharitable, it's unloving. And
selfish, too.
But I think it's motivated by fear. Parents are, oh my God, my kid's going to go to hell, blah, blah, blah. My assumption about my kids is that God loves my kids trillions of times more than I do. And he's big enough to handle a season of unbelief. That's what I think.
Matthew, not everybody is going to heaven.
They weren't actually atheists if they were angry at God, but cool. I mean, yeah, say what you want, but I know a lot of people who call themselves atheists who are just people who are angry at God. So, I mean, I'm not gonna get into a battle over atheist orthodoxy. When you do try detuning or lower on death metal, yeah, Lamb of God, 11th hour, man, definitely. There are thousands of different versions of the Bible. For example, the King James Version. So as Christians, how are we supposed to know which one is the true word of God? Well, Leo, no, there are not thousands of different versions of the Bible. And secondly, the King James Version is a simple translation, right? So like if you look at the NIV and the KJV and you go to John 3:16, it's going to say the same thing. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Where the ESV will say, God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. None of the essentials of the Christian faith are changed by these different versions. Secondly, we have Greek and Hebrew manuscripts and Aramaic manuscripts that we can look at to see the original meaning of original Greek words. So, that's just what I'd say to that. Gotta leave briefly for new Evan Evans song premiere, Behave People While I'm Gone. I asked the Lord one time about the mark of the beast, and a devil popped up behind me and told me he was going to make a shot and the whole world was going to have to take it. Okay?
Thank you for the super chat. The super chat? I don't know, it's coming through PayPal. Yeah. Joshua.
Did you get a snake enticing you to eat the apple?
I did.
Thanks, Julian.
And where was Vin to protect me from the deception? In here.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of Christians today violate the rule to not pray to be seen? Well, the rule is don't do your prayers to be seen by men. So it's about motivation, right? Because later in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says, let your light shine so that people can see it and glorify your Father who's in heaven. So if your religious activity or whatever activity you're doing is there because you want to glorify God, then great. Pray in public. But if you're doing it because you want people to go, oh my God, look how spiritual she is, then you shouldn't, right? So, and because that is a heart issue, I can't say which Christian is doing what. I mean, sometimes it's kind of obvious, right? Like, these people that get on TV and sell Christianity to get themselves a private jet and things like that. But in the main, I can't make a lot of judgments about why people are doing what they're doing. There's so many things in the Bible I just can't understand. Whenever I ask someone, there's answers usually because of God. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't cut it for me. I believe in a God. I agree with you, Glenn. And Sori, that was a big problem with her upbringing too, right? When people would just say, well, just believe in it. There was no rational answer for why this and that thing was happening in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Or
yeah.
You'd have a Bible problem and it was,
Take it by faith.
Yeah. Sori, who is your favorite preacher?
It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I've gone through different phases with different preachers, but I went through a John Piper phase, and then I went through, I can't think of his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Edwards.
Jonathan Edwards?
Yeah. It just depends. And I really got into reading Spurgeon's sermons through, Vin has books of them. Those were all good. Right now, though, strange as it may seem, Jordan Peterson is my guy. I like that he's not completely in, but yet he's seeing things that are kind of making him think. So,
yeah, watching Jordan Peterson is a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing to see him try to work all that out and all that for a guy with that degree of intellect. Mm-hmm. Holy moly! Okay, so I am about to go live. With this video, y'all. You guys can ask me questions, but we gotta pay the bills. We gotta pay the bills. That's gonna be an underground song, right? You think?
That they both were, basically.
Okay.
Do you want one that's more main stagey?
No. We don't need it main stagey.
Okay.
This is muted.
Julian, you've been with us for 3 years? That means basically from the beginning.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. Ask them if they can hear me, babe.
Can you hear us? You know what's funny is, remember when people... Can
you hear us?
It was... Remember when that person, the channel hadn't been going
for
very
and
long?
now that thing is working perfectly. Remember I was trying to get the Tom McDonald, now it's back there. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Gary.
What?
Farrakhan all day.
Who said that?
Gary. Montano. Oh, no. Shh.
Oh, the baby again. Damn it. Well, that's that then.
Well, hold on. Let me just give this.
Back to the forum. I followed your channel from the start as well. That's cool. How can I tell how long I've been a subscriber? I have no idea. Aren't you going to offer us any drink? We'll have a Pepsi. Oh, yeah. Sori loves her some Jordan Peterson. Reza means praying in Portuguese, as in he prays. That's pretty cool. Reza means also in Persian, it means contentment. And it also sounds like razor, so it just sounds badass. So, there you go. You've been subscribed to us since 2008. Thanks, man. If your son became a priest or a preacher, would you call him son or father? Well, I'm a Protestant, so I'd call him son. I started watching after the Mudvayne 7 reaction. Pepsi is cancer water. Holy moly. I feel like I've been here from the beginning, but it was probably a few months in. I'm only 17, and I know what it's like to take care of a baby. That's awesome, Zachary. Joined CH yet? I don't know what CH is. I like reading Jung and Crowley. That's good. What do you think of Ben Shapiro? I think Ben Shapiro is really good at what he does. And, anybody that can master the social media game, I have hella respect for. As far as his politics, obviously, I don't agree with his economics. And I don't agree with his Israel-Palestine position, obviously. So that's my take on Ben Shapiro. But I respect the hell out of everybody who can be successful in this milieu. I actually have a clubhouse. I have a clubhouse request to join, and they said they're going to send me an email when a spot opens up for me or something like that. So Gary Vaynerchuk said something about Clubhouse, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm getting a subscription. So we'll see. What do you think of the left in general hating Jordan Peterson? I don't understand it. I love him. I love him to death. I to be honest with you, I don't understand their disdain for Peterson. Do I think he's wrong about cultural Marxism? Absolutely, he's wrong. But I mean, he talks about so many other things, and I just think he's great. And the effect that he has had on young men is what I appreciate the most about him, because young men are getting really left behind in our culture, and they're getting demonized in our culture. And so I think one of the reasons that he popped so much was because he is a father figure to a lot of disaffected young men who have been left behind. And he gives them hope, and he gives them a new lease on life. And I think that why anybody would want to attack that is beyond me. So I think Jordan Peterson's extremely important, and I believe he's doing God's work. And, so... Have you ever watched Tim Pool? Yes. Yes, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Tim Pool. I'm pretty sure Ginger, I Speak Astronomy, was the first video I ever watched by you guys in the old times before I dabbed in reactions. Thanks, Blake. Did you see the... Yeah, Kenneth Copeland is like... When you talk about heretic, I can't think of anybody more heretical than Kenneth Copeland. I really can't. And I personally believe that he's inhabited by many dark intelligences. Let me say it that way. That guy, holy moly. I had a partial mental breakdown, and 12 Rules helped me. Yeah, Song Snob. He helped a lot of people.
I like just putting on 12 Rules just when I'm in my room, just put it on, or when I'm doing stuff.
Let me check my email right now, Pony.
I'm drawing monster versions of the Zodiac. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, somebody tell him to send that to us. Yeah, we got it.
Send it to us. VinandSori@gmail.com.
Yeah, send that shit.
And just put, monster versions of the Zodiac in the subject. All right, ready?
Yeah, Russell Brand is a good dude. For sure. Ginger Pisces was the first video. We've already done a Blow Your Trumpets Gabriel reaction. What do you think about... I don't know who that guy is, Isaac.
Yeah, well, Braden, when you do finish it, send us what you have. Do you have anything done right now? If you do, send it right now because I actually want to look at it right now.
Sorry to cut it short. I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna turn. Oh yeah.
Bye,
much
Blake.
love. Much love. Do you think people can be demon possessed? Yes, I've met a couple people who were possessed by demons.
As have I.
I'm already a heretic to fundamentalists for having Gnostic views and a panentheist, and I'm a panentheist and not a dualist. Well, you would be a formal heretic, James Fushall. Heretic isn't necessarily an insult as much as it is a categorical distinction. I'll try to send it when I can. Cool. Are you cool, Mr. Graham, with us featuring some of your work on our channel? Do you consider Joe Rogan a philosopher? I think we're going to have to create a new genre for what Joe Rogan is. He is something, but I'm not particularly certain what he is. I don't think philosopher is the right word.
I had a dream that you were able to get those 3 people we talked about in a room together, and you were there too, and it was so good.
Piper, Hoffman, and who?
Piper, Hoffman, and...
Was it Heiser or Saiten?
I don't know which one you said, actually. Heiser's in my head, but...
Yeah, it's probably Heiser. Time does fly. From your perspective, how do you feel about Buddhism, Hinduism, and other Eastern schools of thought? Well, I think they have a lot of truth in them, but obviously, is it the capital T truth? No, because I'm a Christian. But I respect the hell out of them. And I've got a friend who's a Bhakti yoga practitioner, which is a denomination of Hinduism, and so I'm learning a lot about their worldview and things of that nature. What's up, Zombie? Yeah, Rogan is a curious guy who knows how to ask the right question. I think Polygon is like, if we could create a genre called like a curiostopher, I think it would be Rogan. Is there any shot at an atheist getting into the pearly gates?
And then here's Overshadow. An atheist doesn't want to get into the pearly gates.
An atheist doesn't believe there are pearly gates. So if you're asking that question, I would say there is a very high probability of you seeing the pearly gates in a
Pastor of Muppets
in a positive sense. Fashaw.
And she's like, "Hey kids, did you watch the Mormon documentary on Netflix? My grandpa became a Mormon, and I think that to cover the fact he didn't bother divorcing my grandma before remarrying."
Yeah, that Mormon thing. We started it. We started the first 5 minutes of that.
Yeah,
thing.
we did. No, I know we did. You started the first 5 minutes and you crashed, and then I kept watching it. But it was kind of one of those things where it was like, it wasn't entrancing. Like some documentaries, like they just suck me right in, and I have a really hard time to put stop when he falls asleep. But that one, I was kind of like, okay.
Hegel, Nietzsche, Jung, Crowley, Tolkien, and many more. Yeah, Hegel, my man Peter got me into Hegel.
Alan, did you just send that art? Let me switch to email. I think we should record because I think he's asleep now, and I don't know how long that's gonna last. I
believe that there is a God, but I can't deal with a congregation in Roman Catholicism.
Alan, are you the one that sent us that other art?
Is that Vin and Sori?
Yeah. Alan just sent that. But this, doesn't it kind of look like the same, like...
Yeah, style, whatever.
Oops, I can do this upside down.
Yeah. Was
that you, Alan? Oh, where's the stream?
Give me that shit. Alright. Y'all about to see my streaming skills, bitches. Actually, I gotta.
Sorry, Pony.
Yeah, Pony. I'll let you know when I shoot that Middle America video on that. I did not know that was.
That guy's in trouble.
As ubiquitous as you said it was. Holy moly.
That guy's in trouble right there.
Who's in trouble? Somebody's in trouble?
In this thing you just put up.
Yeah, he's in hella trouble, bro. I gotta try to find a way to shrink this picture though, because it's It's shrinking the star of the show.
I mean,
which is you.
Just let them see it for a little bit and then take it off.
Yeah, I could do that, or I could do this. This is Alan's work, y'all. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble, bro. Yeah. Is the all-seeing eye right there? Yes, he's getting sacrificed into the mountain. Holy moly.
Julian. Send us some right now. vinandsori@gmail.com.
What? See, if I could green screen this shit, I'd just make it the background. You know what I'm saying?
Mark says, excited for when you do my requested light bearer reviews.
You better like the word of burn. Just said, oh my Lord, laid on the curb on 123rd black day needle world. How? Pow. What about Lord and now? Now they gonna act the fool. Hell yeah, we love art.
It's gonna be a little bit.
Hell yeah, we love art. Album cover material. I know we should get somebody to do like the thumbnail for the song.
Oh yeah.
Haha! Bone Thugs original crossword version. Yes! Crossroads. Yes!
Is there anything more depressing than nihilism? I don't believe so. Nihilism is so depressing to me sometimes. Sometimes when the song comes on and it's all like that, I'm like, my life is over. I've been playing Pokemon and watching you guys at the same time. Good for you. I can't read your name, so shout out to you. Yeah, I'm going to keep peeking back at the... not that. Not this.
Well, even though you're
into our email,
you still
and
got love from
if I see anything...
Hey, you guys want to hear the opening riff to our song? Should we play it?
I thought that was for the patrons.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. Well,
no, you gave it to the patrons a while ago.
Yes.
I think you could do it.
Country music is nihilistic. Yeah, some country music is nihilistic. Hell yeah, it is. Also battling with BPD and depression.
Get that thing out of my face.
Most of my life, I lost faith in Christ, but do feel Christ and his love is real. Now I just feel believe in spiritualism like what Tool believes. I hear you, Randy. I hear you. Got my hopes up for nothing. No, it's okay. It's a failed attempt at a new metal riffage. I failed. I failed in my attempt. What do you call it?
Glenn, it's up there.
It's in the $15 tier, though, I think.
Oh.
If Ben Webb would have been here.
What about him?
Maybe we can let the $15 people hear verse 1.
So I would open it up to the rest of the patrons.
So let the 15s hear verse 1?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's probably...
I would let everybody hear what you put up for the 15s. Because the 15s have had it for a while. Can we please hear it? My hopes are up.
All right, guys. We're going to play the first... the opening riff to the song.
Oh my gosh, look at this art.
What?
Oh boy.
Is this one of ours?
Julian, yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait, is this Julian? Julian, are you a brother?
Are you a brother from another mother? It's me, Mario. Hey, we got Dan in the house.
Wow, there's a lot of crazy.
You know, Dan is the reason that Head and I are now friends. He's the reason. He's the one that initially got us. He goes, I am a brother. He's the one that got us in. He's the one that got us that initial interview with Head. It was Dan.
Oh, really?
And now,
can you please? This is very rude. Put that over your face.
What? Oh my gosh, you're such a baby. I swear.
Put it on your face.
You are such a baby.
Look, you should pick any one of these.
This is what I'm talking about. Tension. This is what I'm talking about. Tension, y'all. Tension.
Just put it on your side.
Hey, it's fine. We're good now. Relax, miss.
Well, you don't have to be so rude about it. Look at all these. Did you see some of this stuff?
No, I didn't,
babe.
I just saw it. Yeah, the kid's a badass. Holy shit.
Look at this. Holy shit. Look at that.
Yeah, Jules, you gotta send us an email, Jules. You definitely got to.
You already did. That's how I got this.
You got to do our. He's got to do our album cover. Do you do anything with color? We'll pay you. We will definitely pay you. I don't know what this chat thing is, but please check out Reverend Horton Heat, Bales of Cocaine. Holy shit, Bales of Cocaine.
Babe, try this one now. If it's so easy to put those up.
What? You want me to put another one up? Which one is it?
This. Show the people. Show the people this.
Show the people.
Yep. Inspire them by this creepy art.
I'm actually in school for graphic design now. Holy shit. Okay, so we got our guy.
Boy, you just jump on stuff so fast.
Yeah, you gotta move.
Well, let's see what everybody has.
Look at this. I'm not gonna see what everybody has. He's the guy.
Look at all this.
He's the guy. That's it. Period. I feel old because I'm turning 14 next month, which is odd because I'm not that old at all. No, Mr. Graham, you are not.
Look, people do pay him. He says every message, comment, share, purchase, or commission means the absolute world to me.
Yeah, we definitely got to promote this guy. He's a badass. Holy shit.
Well, how do I put this Instagram link here?
Right okay.
Here is his Instagram link.
We're gonna play the opening riff to the song. Y'all ready? Are you ready? Wait a second. Give me my headphones. I need to know when to cut him off.
Oh my gosh. Shadow 1, we're good.
We'll play the whole damn song of these people.
Don't do that.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Shadow 1, we're good.
We'll play the whole damn song of these people.
Don't do that.
Hold on.
Shadow 1, we're good.
We'll play the whole damn song of these people. Hold on. That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song of these people. Hold on. I almost did it right when you That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song of these people. Don't copyright yourselves. I almost did it right when you That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song. Possibly be bitch. Don't copyright yourselves. I almost did it right when you That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song. Possibly be bitch. Don't copyright yourselves. I almost did it right when you That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song. Possibly be bitch. Don't copyright yourselves. I almost did it right when you That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song. Possibly be bitch. Don't copyright yourselves. Back in looping thing. We're in the loop of music. Hold on. That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song. Possibly be bitch. Don't copyright yourselves. Back in looping thing. We're in the loop of music. Hold on. That's all you're getting, bitches. Play the whole damn song. Possibly be bitch. Don't copyright yourselves. Okay. Now it stops.
Vinny. Okay, there it is. Vin, you said the same thing 400 times. You guys, if anybody else wants to send us their art, send it now. vinandsori@gmail.com because I am checking that shit immediately.
It was looping, you dumb butts. I'm too sober for the Luke situation. Already memorized that riff, Vin.
Gone.
All right. So let's get the other song going. So let me... I appreciate you. Look. What was that? Hold on. Let me try it again. I'm gonna try it again. Only now I know when to turn it. I gotta mute the thing. Of course, I had a one-touch mute thing that was destroyed when somebody jumped on my computer. I'm not gonna name the person, but you know, things happen. Things happen. I guess.
This is the song we're doing right here.
Yep. Oh, that's the wrong email. All right, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. All right, hold on. So I got to turn it up. Alright, hold on.
Send us your art. So
I gotta turn it up. I'm trying to play the riff for the people. Alright, hold on.
Send us your art.
So I gotta turn it up. I'm trying to play the riff for... You ready? Can I play it? Now?
Go for it.
Send us your art, vinandsori@gmail.com. Okay, we're back. Don't worry, you'll get some. Can I play SJWs marching for you? Never you fail. Actually, I know how to solve this problem.
I don't want an SJW. I just want R.
I'll mute the mic.
But they hear us. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Now this is perfect. All right, guys. Here's the opening track to our band. Now this is perfect. All right, guys. Here's the opening track to our band. Now this is perfect. All right, guys. Here's the opening track to our band. Now this is perfect. All right, guys. Here's the opening track to our band. Now this is perfect. All right, guys. Here's the opening track to our band. Now this is perfect. All right, guys. Here's the opening track to our band. And then it goes to Sori. And I can't let you hear Sori's part, so that's that. All right, so you get the gist of the riff.
Can you put up the other one I sent you? The other picture? Almost
the other
starting
picture?
the reaction.
Play that at your church. We shall see. Vin has Do You Believe in Megadeth has Do You Believe in Peace? Vin has all right, here's the opening track to our band.
Alan's art is a drawing of several album covers spliced together. You guys can send your art, vinandsori@gmail.com. I just want to see people's art.
I cannot wait to shoot that video, guys. I'm telling you,
Josh
it's
says
gonna
we're
be
the
some
bomb.
shit.
Thanks for your super chat, Josh. Lonnie says she wants to hear me.
Yeah, I know. You do want to hear Sori because she's really the star of the band, but you can't until everybody who knows Jay Dispirited tell him to hurry the fuck up. Okay? Because this is really Jay Dispirited's fault.
What is different? You've been using something different. What is it?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it is my business. I like it.
I'm not afraid to cry, but that's none of your business. Whose life is it? Contact boss games. You lame dudes can't feel that. Like the first dude to drop the 850 and 89 and brought it out to 55th. The city is mine. You belong to the city. What? You didn't know I could rap? You belong to the night. In the river of darkness. He's a man of the night. You belong. You belong.
We've done Admiral Angry before.
We have?
Sorry, I forgot. Were you trying not to announce that?
No, it's they can know. It's not a big secret.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me go to the next scene. I'm just setting this up, guys. Don't worry.
We did Circling the Drain.
In the river of darkness, he's a man of the night.
Let Sori sing, Vin, like you're in charge.
Let Russ cook.
No, I'm not letting that out until it's
Let
time.
Russ cook.
When the time is right, you will hear.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean when the time is right, you will hear?
hear what my singing
Oh,
is.
when you sing?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I cannot wait. I can't wait. People, I'm telling you, it's going to blow people away. People are like, holy shit.
Mark, any kind of art. Just send your art to me, you guys. Hurry up.
Inshallah.
VinandSori@gmail.com. Ooh, here's some more.
It'll be good. It'll be...
This is very exciting for me, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, ooh, look at this one.
Yeah,
Julian, this one is really, really, really inspiring.
You belong.
Babe, look at this.
That kid is... He's a freaking boss, bro.
Wow. You know what? Okay, I'll tell you what would make this experience better, Julian, is if you... Wow. If you explained it in your email, like what it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here's one I haven't posted yet because I FW. What's FW? Y'all.
I don't know.
I don't know what FW means. But wow.
I'm sure somebody will tell you. I'm sure somebody will tell you what FW means.
Julian, is that where like there's like a black piece of paper and you like scratch the stuff off to get your design?
You belong.
Somebody thinks I'm going to growl and sing both. Both.
He's a
Oh my gosh, that's all
man
pen and
of
ink.
mine.
That must take so long.
That's just pen and ink?
Yeah.
Holy moly. That dude. Yes.
I'm like, all right, Vin, I'm going to ease up a little bit on the sugars. He brought me this big bag of candy today.
What are they saying in the comment section, D?
Where'd they go?
Don't worry about where we went. Don't worry about where we went, yo.
Worry about where you're going.
Worry about where you're going. Oh, that's a good one. Sorry. Holy moly. Evangelical, low-key threat. Boom.
Yep.
It's worry about where you going. Prepare yourself. Nick.
Never mind about your neighbor.
Never mind about your neighbor. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Can I get an amen? All right, cool.
Is this a music show or a magic show? Because we keep disappearing. Okay, wait. Tell me when you're
Music
about, are you
is
about to
magic,
start?
bitch.
Are you about to start? Hold on.
Yeah, it's about to start.
Wait. 2 seconds.
All right, cool.
Art crap. Oh, I've got 3 pieces of art. Can you just please, do you think you can wait?
What? No. No, we got to do this because the kid's going to wake up.
I know. That's so true.
All right, guys, we're going to do the regular.
Jeez, this is scary. Graham, look at this.
Is this the guy that's doing the astral projection?
No, that was your buddy that you wanted to do the album
These
part.
are the people he's seeing in
I'll
astral
tell you
projection.
what, that's some DMT shit right there.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the lizard people for sure.
And Ooh. What's
Who
the
is
name?
that?
Suban?
Suban Medini.
Wow.
Oh, he's Arabic, that's for sure.
Yeah. Is that like an actual person that you know, or are you
I probably
just
shouldn't have
drawing
said his
one?
name like that.
Drawing somebody that you like know what they look. Look, I win. I win, Finn.
Who said that?
Oh, look at this.
It's a snake. You see that?
No.
The serpent right there. You see a serpent wrapped around the skulls and the 3 eyes?
This is Gia Pig. Gia's Pig. Oh, you know what's too bad is we're looking at this and nobody has a freaking clue what we're seeing.
I know.
But the people who sent it
I could solve that problem. All right, honey, can we record now? Because you know that's what we do for work. Oh my God.
Look at this type of art that Julie does. Well, that lady needs some clothes, but they're cute little characters.
Holy shit, this kid is talented as fuck. We got to promote this guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, Jules.
All right.
All
More.
right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is something else for you. I accidentally opened it, so I wish there was a way to mark as unread. Is there?
Honey, can we just do the...
Okay.
All right. No, it's okay.
Let's go.
We'll chat and party until you're ready to go.
No, babe. It's just that all of a sudden the art's coming in. I'm not going to check for the art until after this song review.
Jay, the people want you to get your shit together and put your guitar track down so that we can release this shit, my guy.
Alan, I like how bright
much love to you, Mr. Sanchez. I appreciate you.
Look, this is Alan's right here and right here.
Holy moly! Whoa, Jambi, that was your wife? Wait, is your wife the face, or did you do that? Holy shit!
It's so cute. He drew his wife. You'd do something like that if you.
That one?
No, I think it was
the one that said pencil art.
This one.
Did you do the pencil art? That's crazy.
He's drawing his wife.
That's a really good drawing.
It really is. Wife. Also, you might want to take her out to dinner or something because she does look a little bit.
Wait. He's my drawing of my wife's face. Okay. Whoa.
No, my drawing of my face.
No. And then he corrected it. My drawing of my face.
Okay. That's really cool. Yeah. She must really like that.
We got some really gifted people, man. Tell you what.
Now you have to send us a picture of her face so we can see if you're accurate.
Okay, can we?
Yes, we can.
Can we be reactors now?
Okay, if you're sending me art, I'm going to check it out after the reaction, okay?
Okay.
Very
do you have the
excited
lyrics?
about this.
Do you have the lyrics?
The lyrics.
You don't have the lyrics.
Oh, yeah, I do, right here. Boop. Loser.
Okay. Excelente.
Oh, look at the first word.
La ilaha illallah. What? Can you react? Okay, so we are about to do the song. The first song is by a band named Admiral Angry. If you're new to the channel, you've never seen what we do before. We are music reactors, so we're about to react to a song. And then you guys can watch us reacting to a song. It's all the behind the scenes stuff. Yada 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 yada. If you got the logo from me that you asked for, I don't know if I did, Pony. Is it the one that doesn't have the other thing? The one where I said, can you delete the other thing? Hold on, let me check. Did you guys get the email with the art?
Well, where are you sending it to? Send it to vinsori@gmail.com.
Did you send it to vinsori@gmail.com? Okay. Let me check it in a second. All right, guys. We're about to review Admiral Angry. Give it a second. Okay. Ready? I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
And this is
Admiral Angry Plastic Bath.
Angry Plastic. Is that the name of it?
Yeah, that's a very weird name.
Plastic Bath by the band Admiral Angry. If you, dear listener, would like your
is this
song.
For big homie somebody?
Who's this for? Oh, yeah. This is for my big homie or little homie.
LT? LJ? JL?
JL. I'll say Jaden. Brought to you by Jaden.
Oh.
If you, dear listener, would like your song reviewed, if you want to be like Jaden, there's multiple ways to get your song done, dear listener. My favorite is the community option. $1 that can get you in their Patreon. And you will then be picked up by an alliance leader. You pull your points together, and then that helps determine what songs we do. Or you could do the filthy capitalist option because my wife Sori is a filthy capitalist.
No, I just know what I want, and I want what I want. The way that works is you pay $125 either on Patreon or PayPal, either one.
VillageXchange@gmail.com.
And yep, links are in the description. And from there, you send me the link to the song that you want done, and I add you to our short list, and then your song gets reacted to by us.
There you are. You do that 3 times, you get knocked down at the $75 rate, and that's what the big homie has done. I think he's one more, and he's at the $75 rate.
For all perpetuity.
For all perpetuity. So congrats to the homie for that. Having said that, let's get to it. Admiral Angry. The name of the song is Plastic Bath. Let's go. Let's go again.
headphones plugged in over here, so you can hear it from here, and then it won't do that.
Oh yeah, you can put the splitter in there if you want. I
wasn't gonna force you.
But... Is that where you have the splitter? Oh yeah, you can put the splitter in there if you want.
Silence that.
I
wasn't gonna force you.
Is that where you have the splitter? Oh yeah, you can put the splitter in there if you want.
Silence that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I wasn't gonna force you.
So now we're gonna have to edit this.
Wait, is that where you have the splitter? Oh yeah, you can put the splitter in there if you want.
Silence.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
Now we're gonna have to edit this.
That's fine. Yeah.
Wait, I'll edit it. Don't worry. Oh yeah, you can put the splitter in there if you want. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
There.
Wait, I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
Wait, I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
Wait, I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. I mean, yeah, we're gonna play, but
I wasn't gonna force you.
So we'll pick it up from where I said,
why are you starting over there?
I'll edit it. That's why you guys get behind the scenes stuff. How? I'm muted. I mean, yeah. It's on mute. How's it coming out of my speakers? It was muted before.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to move back over there?
No, go ahead. I just want to see what people are saying. We got to keep people.
This is chaos.
I'm
This is truly
scared.
demonic. Okay.
Vin is testing us. Only. Oh, what she say? Only the strongest will remain. Yeah. When
Okay.
people,
So you want me to move back over there?
When
Plug back
people,
over
when
there?
people, no, I'll just leave it there. When people ask about tension, like, do you guys ever have tension? This is why. This is the shit that happens. Something happens technically that's.
Yeah,
that's
but normally I
problematic.
wouldn't have said okay when you said that. I was like, well, no, blah, blah.
Yeah, normally
Just
sorry,
like-
sorry wouldn't have said okay.
Right.
Usually, I'm usually the
He's
okay
usually the one
saying.
saying
I'm
okay.
usually the one saying, okay, all right, babe.
But
whatever you
now I'm
say, so.
realizing everything's a simulation. It doesn't matter.
Does that factor into why?
Honestly, it does help. I'm like, but whatever.
Well, again, Hoffman is not saying everything is a simulation.
No, but like, there's
Be
just
precise.
there's just some things that don't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like, so okay, you're convinced that you had it on mute, but there was sound coming out of your speakers. I'm convinced that you didn't have it on mute, and that's why there was sound coming out of your speakers. I put my ear to your speakers, so I don't need you to agree with me. Like, I know what I know.
Thank God. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
You're
well,
wrong.
Zonia said you can't be certain of anything, so.
Look, RC said I'm pretty, so I get a pass. Pass for me.
Story's pretty, so she gets a pass.
So sorry.
Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Touch.
All right, let's try this again.
All right. Okay, we're coming back in. We're gonna react to Admiral Guy.
Admiral Angry, please get the lyrics up. Now we need to see the people. Do you know how to do that at the same time?
Nope.
Okay. So what you do is you minimize it. Okay.
Car.
Okay. Okay. So you pull it over here, and then what you do is you right click
He did that today. Did you
under
hear him?
who? Dorian?
Yeah.
You say okay.
Yeah.
So you open it again. It says new window.
Yeah.
And then you slide it over here, and then you just hit YouTube, right? And now we can see our folks, and we can see the lyrics. How real is that? All right.
Can we put
Just move it over there. All right, let's go. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it so that I can see my comments from here at the control station.
Okay.
Look at that.
So then you don't need me to have them over here?
Cassia Bell is here.
What's
and
up?
Jay Dispirited is happy that she's here.
Interesting.
All I'm doing is making an observation.
Oh, I
I'm not
like your observation.
saying anything. I'm just making an observation. All right. All right, you ready? Let's see if this works, inshallah. All right, so this is Admiral Angry Plastic. What is it? Plastic Bath?
Plastic bath.
Sort-
Yeah. Babe, I got it. Ready?
Honey,
I have to play the song.
why do you have to play the song? Plastic Bath, Admiral Angry. Let's go. Fan of that. Is that doom metal? Is that doom? I don't know. It sounds kind of doomy.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That was like a very distorted, down-tuned, and they just rode that shit for 6 minutes. You know, like, it's really interesting because we have the lyrics in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think the audience doesn't have the lyrics in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
So I just think that there's a difference in the experience of what happens.
If you know what they're saying.
If you know what the artist is saying.
Oh, I agree.
Versus,
because it was like, you were kind of going with him.
Right.
You're kind of rooting for him, too.
Exactly. Especially in metal.
Yeah.
I just think in metal, it just, especially these kinds of extreme forms of metal where you're like, you can't hear what the person is saying. There's something that happens when you know what the person is saying.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you couldn't hear what it was saying because I was following the lyrics so closely.
Well, no, everybody could hear, but as far as like being able to distinguish, because it just sounds like,
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was indistinguishable because I had the lyrics and I was sucked into where he was at and like thinking with him and feeling with him that I didn't realize that it was indistinguishable.
Yeah. So I somebody asked me in the channel like before we shot this video. They were like, "What's the difference between noise and music?" I think that's actually a pretty insightful question, and my answer was basically something that has a pattern to it. So, you know, if it's just and that's it, that's just noise.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of artists where like stuff sounds like it's noise, like to the untrained ear, but there's actual patterns, chord progressions, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. I think it functions that way lyrically as well and sonically, and especially when you're talking about like the vocals, right? So he's saying, "Fuck it, I forgot to wake up. Don't give a shit. Close your mouth. Go get fucked. I only care just to not. So guess what? I stopped. Don't try to wake up long enough to give a fuck." Brilliant opening.
Yeah.
This guy.
Feel it with him.
You're right. I was kind of rooting for him. It was kind of like a Holden Caulfield kind of energy as far as like, you know.
I think this is the first time I've ever done that in a song.
A disaffected young man inspiring down a little bit. Really? The first time you've.
Like, because usually I'll either like feel like the person or think of someone who feels like them. But I'm pretty sure this is the first time that I've listened to a song and I felt for the artist and was rooting for the artist.
Right.
I don't think I've never said that before, right?
Yeah. No. But I forgot to wake up. Don't give a shit. Close your mouth. Go get fucked. I only care just to not. Brilliant. I only care just to not. Mm-hmm. I like people who could, because a lot of us are saying the same things. You know, like.
Tricky little way to say the same thing as everybody else.
Right. I was listening. I was watching Kobe Bryant break down a basketball game, and he said, "We're all doing the same plays. Everybody's doing the same thing. It's just a matter of who can execute it better than the other person." And it's the same thing with fighting. Like, none of these guys are doing something that nobody's ever seen before. It's the packaging. Like,
right.
Oh, this guy landed a roundhouse, but he hit the roundhouse in a 3-hit combo that is a combination of things that you normally don't see. You normally don't see combos that start out with a middle strike and end with a high roundhouse. You generally don't see that. So I love what this guy did lyrically. I only care just to not, which is a standard metal line. I don't care about anything, right? I don't give a fuck or whatever. Yeah. But he's singing in a cool. I only care just to not. So guess what? I stop. And then he says, "I forgot to wake up," which is really interesting considering you're on all of your simulation hologram and stuff. So I forgot to wake up means that all of what he's talking about is a dream, essentially. Because he's not awake when he's saying.
Yeah, that's not how I got that.
What did you get out of it?
I just thought it was like, you forgot to wake up and then like it just starts your day. You know, like you're supposed to be up and then it like starts your whole day off wrong and then he's saying, "Don't give a shit, put him out." Like anything that he goes up to do, it's just like just ends in disaster. I only care enough just to not like. It's just.
Well, he says, "I forgot to wake." So how did you interpret "I forgot to wake up"?
I forgot to wake up. Like he forgot to wake up and get out of bed when he was supposed to.
It could be very simple as
it just
he didn't get to work on time.
Yeah. And then everything just like the entire day was just wrecked.
Mutter me something. I don't know. Mutter me nothing, for fuck's sake. Nothing anybody says anything means anything to this kid.
Yeah, I think it was really with this line, when it went into this verse, I guess, where I really was like, I better watch out. Kind of got me because, like, that to me is like a you know, like that cry to be seen, to be known.
Yeah.
And like, that's in all of us, and sometimes we'll put it on somebody else, like that somebody else should see us, somebody else should know us and know us well. And we put it in relationships, overly strained relationships, because you're looking for them to see you in a way that you want them to see deep and know who you are, where there's not, you know, there's not a lot of, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you want to be known. And I think that's, I believe that God put that in us so that way we would keep searching until we'd find him. Because he's the only one that really knows us. So that was kind of what came into my mind when I hit this point, was, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's really interesting when you consider the current culture where you know, I was listening to Head talk about Korn were the last really big rock stars. And what he was saying was, after Korn's big, you know, whatever, then you had Napster, you had all these file streaming services, and then you had YouTube, and now you got SoundCloud. So like, I used to have to wait until the song came on K-Rock, and I didn't know when the song was going to come on. So you had to have the radio on the whole time, because you never knew. Like, if they had like the daily countdown, you could kind of you would know. And sometimes if the song wasn't the number one song in the daily countdown, they would cut it because they had commercials, so they only played the song for like half of it. Or you'd have to wait till MTV had it. Now, the minute you want to hear a song, before whole albums have been leaked. You know, before they actually that happened to a Korn record. One of the Korn records got released like mega early. So he was saying, so they were like the last really, really, really big rock stars, where it was like they were so rare and scarce that you couldn't get to them unless, you know, it was a concert or MTV or radio. Now, like, and the accessibility is so crazy. You can, like, it still boggles my mind. Like, we're working on a song, and I'm like, yo, Head, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you should do this with distortion. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, but you know what? There's like some positives and negatives to that. Because remember when we went to that show and there was like everybody was on their phones in between, and like the curtain dropped and there was no hype, and like I feel like part of that is because the mystery of who those people are. Like, they're only presenting what they present out to the crowd. But then when you see like social media being what it is, you get to kind of see behind the scenes, and then I think that it takes them down from their godlike status and makes them a human being.
Well, you see Nurgle on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like sometimes he's completely out of character. Like, he's dressed up he's very fashionable. He's extremely fashionable. And so like, yeah, it kind of demystifies celebrity. But on the other side, for regular people like us, now you have all these weird mini celebrities.
Right.
You know, like people who are not who haven't, like, you know, whatever. And so now it's like a weird situation where I remember like being in a show and people were like, oh, hey, you guys, blah, blah, blah. And the fucking band guy was right there, like 5 feet away from us. And the person's like talking to us. And I was like, yo, the guy from blah, blah, blah band is right there. It was just really weird, you know, type of situation. And you don't know that people are looking at you like that because you're just a regular, you just feel like a, you know, you are a, but so like now it's like, it's even more this weird thing where everybody wants to be noticed. And, you know, Gary Vee talks about like what he goes for is attention. And, you know, that's his whole philosophy, is that you can monetize attention. And so when I heard that talk from him, I'm like, oh.
That's really interesting.
So that's why when a Ben Shapiro or whoever does something, I go, I respect the hustle. I respect the hell out of that hustle because he's found a way to monetize attention. And so, but my point is, now you get a lot of young people now who if they don't hit on Instagram, if they don't hit on Twitter, if people don't like their thing, then that is a marker of their self-esteem. Because they put
bigger than their school.
they
too,
put
actually,
a they
now
put a
that I think of
post out on Facebook and not a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
They get upset. You know, they put a post on Instagram, not a lot of people like it, they get upset. And it really has an emotional toll on them. And I don't think that we've caught up psychologically to help these people, because now it's like the popularity contest, that the little skirmishes that you got in school
That's what I'm saying.
it's completely metastasized into something. And
Well, I think before, if it didn't go well at school, you could say, well, you know, the world is bigger than my school, blah, blah, blah. But when you have stuff on social media, it's out there for everybody. So then it's like, oh my gosh, the world doesn't like me, even though that's not really...
It's not true.
It's not true, because the whole world doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's hard to even get your name out there, so...
Yeah, but and the thing is okay, so like we do this, right? We do this for a living, and somebody said, you know, I made an opinion about about a certain rapper and his constituents, and they're like, look at the like to dislike ratio. And I was looking at the comment, and I was confused. So I was like, well, what is that? Because you know how I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, here are the facts, blah, blah, blah. Here's the documentation, blah, blah, blah. I quoted Harvard, blah, blah, blah. And the person's like, look at the like and dislike ratio. And I like, for a minute, I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't understand what does he do with my argument? So I'm like going through and like, I'm like, what is he? And I'm like, oh, he's saying because the dislike ratio is higher than the like ratio, that means something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, like, but being a person, like, we're not 14, 15 years old, so we understand that sometimes you're going to take a position that's not necessarily popular. You also understand that sometimes you take a position that's popular in some circles and not in other circles. And everybody that does what we do for a living knows how to manipulate those numbers. Like, we all know how to do it. Anybody with over 100,000 subs knows exactly what they're doing. They know how to do it. So it was a really crazy moment for me, because I'm like, okay, you could be in the face of all these facts, and the like to dislike ratio to this guy was the be all end all. And I just think that that's a massively dangerous way to look at the world, and dangerous way to comport yourself. You know? So when you talk about peer pressure, you're right. It's like, oh, like in school. You know, now, I remember when I was in school, people were talking about peer pressure. It was like, oh, these 5 or 6 people, it's not the entire school, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? 2 years, you're not even going to be thinking about those people. Well, it's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. So I cannot imagine being a 14, 15-year-old kid dealing with that shit. Holy moly. It's one of the reasons I'm glad our kids are homeschooled, man. Because that type of environment, to expect these kids to be able to navigate that type of environment safely, I just think is a really big ask. And I think it's a very, 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 very dangerous situation that a lot of these kids are in.
I would agree with that.
And this shit doesn't last very long anyway. I better watch out, because I have a gun and I don't even know if it's even loaded. What's the point of no one's watching if this shit doesn't last very long anyway? Kind of like a nihilistic way of looking at life, I think. What do you think he means when he says he's got a gun but he doesn't even know it?
It's so interesting. Okay, I think it's like when you kind of like, to me it was when you know that there's something that could kill you that is there, but you almost don't focus so much on it because you're not really trying to kill yourself, but yet at the same time, like, it is kind of there, and it's kind of like whispering to you, I guess you could say. And then when he said, what's the point when no one's watching, I guess you could look at that 2 ways. You could say he's saying that he's come to the end, and the whole gun thing is in his mind because there's no point, like, nobody's, or you could say because nobody's watching, that's why it was bringing him to that point. Or you could say he was going to kill himself, but there's no one there to watch, So what's the point in doing it? Like, but either way, it seems to me like a cry to be heard.
Yeah. It's almost a generational thing.
So when he says, "In the shit doesn't last very long,"
I think
anyway,
I think that's an error. If the shit doesn't last very long anyway.
Oh.
I better watch out because I have a gun. Yeah, I think you're right. I long for the will to repay. He says everything is shit. I never even
saw that.
He says everything is shit, covered in shit. I long for the will to repay.
Mm-hmm.
Like to get vengeance on his enemies. Yeah.
Well, again, if you look at it as him wanting to be seen or him wanting to be heard, and he's talking about suicide, then it could be that that's his way of getting for them to repay. Is when he kills himself, they're gonna pay.
Or
they didn't hear him.
Or he's gonna. This is like one of these school shooter things, right?
Yep.
Where they go out too. And they take out everybody else along with them.
Well, he said seeing human needs as feces.
Yeah.
So that was a sort of.
Yeah. It's tough stuff. I just feel, I've got a teenage. We've got a teenage son. I got a teenage girl, and we had to sit down and have a hard conversation today. I could just imagine him in school. And the thing is, I don't believe he would I don't think he would be bullied necessarily, just because of how attractive he is and whatever.
No, so.
But I think he could wreak a lot of destruction because he's got so much pain as far as what he's dealing with certain situations in his life that, it would be hellish for people in that school. His little brother would get picked on a lot. It's very, very hard for kids.
I feel like he'd get picked on, but I feel like he'd find one or two true friends.
Oh, of course. They always do. It's just, I just feel really bad for kids in school now. Just because. Honestly,
I feel bad for parents too.
I don't know how they make it.
Like that the financial situation, and like when I was reading about what has happened, about how like women decided they wanted to work, and so when a bunch of women went into the workforce, then it all of a sudden drove, like when you have a bunch of workers, it drives the amount of pay down, it goes down. Yeah. And so now it requires that two parents work from the house to maintain just a normal lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there's parents that would love to be able to keep their kids home and not put them in school, but they don't have the choice because of, the cost of living.
Yeah. Yeah, it's America is like one of the most affluent countries in the history of the world. I get all that, man, but it just shows money does not solve all of your problems. We got a lot of people really, really hurt, man. And people are talking about Jordan Peterson, things like that. I'm damn near certain Jordan Peterson has probably stopped about 10 active shooters.
Oh, 100%.
Because the people that guy appeals to are people with this type of mentality.
He says, "Let me grab a machine and make it real."
Yeah. Melt its plastic down, which is probably talking about fake people, humanity,
whatever. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. The fakeness. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the name of the song is called "Plastic Bath," which is another way to say bloodbath, right? So, yeah, I just think that I really feel like Jordan Peterson has given that specific demographic of disaffected young males, and I call them secularist refugees, or postmodern refugees. Like, you told these kids that all they are is this and that and whatever, and you told them the sky's empty and all that, and you just left them to deal with the ramifications by themselves. Oh, and by the way, here's the internet. Okay, and you're gonna reap the whirlwind when you do that. And then Jordan Peterson shows up and goes, well, this isn't working. So let's look over here. And obviously Jordan's he's evolving himself, before our eyes. But I just think that ever since I read Catcher in the Rye, I've had and you're like this too. Like, you had this real love for that 15, 16-year-old boy, and that's been a real thing for me, man. Like, I haven't really completely explored it yet because the pain is so big for these guys that you know, it's hard to, think what these kids are going through without a lot of direction and without a lot of guidance.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why I'm so happy to be a father, and like I can't stand having 18 trillion conversations about the same thing over and over and over again. We had an agenda yesterday and the whole thing got blown up because we had to have like 5 different talks with the kids and things like that. But I'm like, imagine if they didn't have us to have those conversations. And there's so many
the other
kids
thing
that don't.
too is that a lot of times kids don't feel like they can talk to their parents.
Yeah,
Like that's what I was thinking
It's true.
yesterday. I was like,
it's true.
You were having that hard discussion, and then one of the kids was emotionally like hurt by the information that they heard because they didn't realize how the world can be, and so she went off crying because she was sad about it. It was hard to hear, and like I followed her, but I wasn't sure, like what she was gonna say. You know what I mean? Like when you follow your kid, there's a risk that they're gonna say, "Get out of here! I don't want to talk to you." And like for me, that made me really sad.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna tell them that because I want them to be able to say, that if they don't want to talk to me, So I followed her and I was like, I called her. I was like, "Where are you? Can I come in?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then I just started hugging her and she was crying and stuff. And she was like, "I'm very glad you came in with me." So it was really special to me that I was thinking that, I think that kids are forced to grow up in a lot of different situations. And so it's not cool to have your parents, like, they're not going to cry on your parent's shoulder when you're 13 or 15 years old. But it's cool that we have that sort of environment. And, sometimes I think, like, if you guys saw where we live in a very small apartment and there's a lot of us. But I think, we're not always going to live in this place. But I think that we're going to look back and there's going to be a little sweetness about it because we are all piled here together, and so I think that there's that some people, they don't get that with their kids. And when their kids are in school, their kids make friends and talk to the teachers and talk to their other friends. And that's where they get all their information and that's who feeds into them. And you don't even know what your kid is learning. You can barely ask them. Like I see the other kids, the parents will say, "What'd you learn?" "Oh, yeah, it's nothing really."
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to their parents about it. So I'm really glad that our kids are, they talk to us and we're able to kind of hear what's going on with them.
Jules says, "My daughter's 5. I can't comprehend taking care of her myself." Yeah. I mean, I have no idea how my mom did it. Acid Bath says, I always keep my pain inside. I don't really feel comfortable talking to my parents about my problems. Yeah, man,
And it really depends on the parent.
It depends on the parent. That really, that really speaks to it right there. You get a lot of, and it doesn't mean the parents are bad parents,
No, it just means like some people are not good with that. Some people don't know. Some people get awkward. They feel uncomfortable. The parents would rather pretend the kids don't have an issue. I mean, I was telling this one kid, talk to your
sometimes parents don't know what's going on with their kids. And even if the parent doesn't know how exactly to help the kid, just even attempt is enough for the kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
And so yeah, I don't know where Acid is with that whole situation, but
I'll tell you what.
a lot of the times that I was playing my music and all that shit, I was talking.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my parents. So Acid Bath, one of the things that you may want to do if you have an open-minded parent is,
if you have an open-minded parent,
playing some of your music and sitting down and talking to them about it. And on the other side, if you're a parent and you've got a kid and you can't really figure them out, easiest way to deal with that is go to your kids and say, tell me your favorite song.
Yeah.
And just tell them. No judgments.
Mm-hmm.
You give them 30 minutes. If you're one of these people, don't swear type of people, that's okay. And then just tell them, okay, in the next 30 minutes, you can say whatever you want. You can swear, you can do whatever. Right?
Sometimes the kids will be like that. They'll be like, "Mom, can I just say this? Can I just say this how I want to say it?" I'm like, "Go ahead." And then they'll like curse in their sentence.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. I just think that's a little hack that I use. You go for a ride and say, okay, we're gonna play your favorite song and tell me about it, and it works like a charm all the time. So acid bath, there you go, buddy. That's some advice. See how it works out. Much love to you. What do you get the song?
Oh boy, I feel like I'm rating everything super high lately. It's a 9.6 for me.
It's a solid 8.8 for me. Much love to the homie Jules. Much love to the homie Jaden. Much love to the homie Acid Bath. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone. Huh? What do you think of that? We
Very
did a
nice.
good job. Almost there.
End it, babe.
I'm going to end it right now.
Villagers, the NCAA college basketball tournament is right around the corner. We're doing a March Madness contest for our village to raise funds for other villagers in need. It only costs $1 to participate, and you'll have the option, if you want to donate a little extra. The way it works is you go to ESPN.com and fill out a bracket with the teams that you think are likely to win each game. Whoever wins our contest will get to pick a song for Vin and Sori to react to. So that song you've always wanted them to do, you can now get it done for as little as $1 if you win the contest. There will be a link in the description to this website that we take you to a page.
Back to the other thingy. Yeah, I'm a badass. I'm a badass now. I'm a badass. I'm so good. I'm so good. I think the background music was a little loud for this one.
Oh.
But, what can you do? System audio muted. Are we unmuted? All right, I think we're back
What
now.
is this thing? It's like ADD. It's like flopping all over the place.
Yeah, that's me. That's me switching through the different channels we have.
Okay. So it's 1:20.
Yeah.
I won't be here for much longer. I have an evening plan for myself. You're welcome to join me.
So what are you saying? You saying we done? How long have we been up here?
3 hours.
Oh, okay. I think that's good enough. I think we just need to start earlier, I think.
Well,
The
it's
problem
trouble
is
because
the kids.
the babies, yeah, because we started. It's just we weren't able to get right into it. I think maybe tomorrow what we do is keep Reza up for like a couple hours before Orion goes to bed. And then put them both to bed at the same time and then come in and right away start doing the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, I'm going back to the art now before we close. I want to see the art.
Strategic baby napping. Yes, ladies and gents. It's one of those things where it's like, yes, we're going to have all this time because I left the other thing and then freaking Reza.
Yeah,
Why
but
can't
you
you
have
be
to,
like your brother?
You have to think about it in other ways. You have to be like,
I don't have to do shit.
hey, were you opening stuff up? Look. Okay,
What?
so here's this. This is a comparison with him and his wife. Where's the picture of his wife?
Just download it.
Oh.
Jambi, do it again.
And no, we won't share it on the stream. We won't do that to you. We'll respect your wishes. Yeah, it's not here. I'm still only getting your drawing.
You got the guitars written to send me, broski?
All right.
What do you mean written? You heard it and you played it yourself.
Okay,
what are you talking about? As a matter of fact, you modified the riff that everybody's going with now.
Holy moly, this took him 4 months. Yeah, that's the one. Julian, this is the one that... I do cute anime stuff too, he said. Yeah, that's the picture that I was like, whoa, that one's crazy, that art. I have a friend over 2 years. I helped her get clean off heroin. Oh, cool.
What?
I had a friend I was low-key in love with for 2 years. I helped her get clean off heroin. She overdosed one day, and when I went back in time and saw us together in Astral, this is what we looked like when we embraced. We don't talk anymore, but for good reason. Still happy I drew this, and I'm happy with the time we spent together. Not everyone knows the story behind this one. Whoa, was I not supposed to read that out loud?
Well, it's all right. I think it's fine. Thanks. That this dude is
That
extremely
is so wild.
Extremely talented, and we have got to talk. Shout out to the homie. If you can share the drawings, it would be highly appreciated. You can't. That's fine though.
Who said that?
Graham. Where's the homie Graham? Share his drawing.
Graham, here we go. More art.
Holy shit! See that clown? Go back.
It's right here.
Send me
That's
that shit,
that
bro.
it one.
Send me
Is
that shit. Send
Pennywise,
that.
the dancing clown.
Holy moly, these people are talented as hell, bro.
And scary. Okay, here you go, babe. I'm sending it your way.
Damn.
Oops, where did it go?
Yeah. This right here, bro. I'm telling you, we got to do something for Amy Lee. We got to get her a Nobel Peace Prize or something because this freaking thing. Look at this.
I know. I thought that was a cool.
That's a cool little feature, man.
Okay, so that's a creepy
That is a
clown.
really cool feature.
Oh my gosh, these are Nemesis. Wow.
Holy moly, this guy's son is 6'11",
These are some
385
creepy
pounds.
faces. Look at this one. Oh, my sister was so scared of this guy. You guys should see
Hey,
this.
Kai is in the house. Are you familiar with Donald Hoffman's conscience agents theory? Yes, Kai, I am familiar with Donald Hoffman's conscience agents theory.
Wow, that's really good.
When
Look at this is the comparison.
Holy moly.
Good job. Suban?
No.
Just realized it after I spoke. Don't.
I'm hearing me.
So sorry.
Yes, Kai. All we've been doing is we've been talking about Hoffman's conscience agents theory. We're actually going to have a mini book club conversation type thingamajiggy. It's going to be pretty fun.
Okay, and then there's this one. This is.
Hold on, I want to show. Did you send me that shit?
Oh, this one's cool. The Elements, Alan. Oh, I did send it to
Honey,
you.
send that.
I did.
Actually, no, forget it. I can't depend on you for anything. I can't depend on you.
You can. I sent it to you. Just go into the email yourself.
Just
do it yourself, man.
Do it yourself, man.
Oh, your girlfriend's an artist too?
What happened?
Vicarious Jambi
The
slaps for it. I'm sorry. Scroll down.
You're the worst.
Right there.
You're
There it
literally
was.
one of the worst human
That's
beings.
so scary. No.
You're
Nobody
one of
is
the
worse
worst.
than Doug Johnson. No, he's one of our mods, so it doesn't matter. But holy moly, that was the worst. That was you.
Hey.
That was you.
Nobody knows about that situation. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't know what I'm saying when I'm saying it.
No, but somebody might know after a while.
Oh, Julian, you're talking to a woman now that's an artist. That's cool. Artists together strong. That's really cool.
Yeah, I feel
Don't
like...
you feel like everybody has some art in them? It's just
Shit,
different.
man, we got 30 in the stranded inventory. These fucking people, bro, I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all those speakers. Look, they're all missing skews. Dorian Beluga, I swear to God, he's killing me.
He forgot to put them on there.
I don't know if he forgot the skews. He's probably, look at that total balance. He's I'm sure he didn't forget, but
Well,
yes.
he told us to black out every single one of them.
Hey guys, check this out right here. This is from the homie.
It's scary.
I don't think it's. There's some new stuff at my Instagram. Check out the homie right here, guys. You wanna talk about like real art? You wanna talk about like the talent in this village? You guys think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? Look at this shit, bro. This is Pennywise.
So scary. Did you ever watch that movie? Why are you always... You're bad. You're so evil. How many times do you do that to me and I don't realize it? You big mean man. Wow.
This is the homie. Look at this shit. He did this like he basically drew it.
There's something wrong with you.
Look at Jules. Jules
And
is
you can
like,
delete those last few messages.
Nah, I ain't deleting that shit, nigga. I'm staying in that. That shit's staying for all perpetuity.
Throw a punch, sorry.
Yeah, the shading is clean. Shading is clean. Yeah,
Babe, shrink that down.
We got real live. We got legit talent here in the village. Show me another channel that has a collection of. We had like one of the most intellectual discussions ever yesterday. And then today we got this. I mean,
I'm going back. back.
We literally, we have the best group of people. No, like I'm not.
Vicetown 4. But indeed.
I'm just saying, like our folks, man. I'm just damn proud of our folks, bro. I mean, and look, anytime you come to this channel, if you were here yesterday, you saw an extremely fascinating conversation between myself, Christian, person of faith, and agnostic, whatever, about the scientific method and how that relates to faith. We had a good 40-minute conversation about that. And then, boom, now we got this. We got Jules. We got Jules Hudson, who's going to be doing the album, I don't know about the album cover, but at least
this was not Julian.
I know. We got Jules Hudson, who's going to be doing the cover art for our song that's going to be released.
Did he even say yes, or did you just?
Sure. And then we got Graham, who's doing this shit. I mean, look at this shit.
Yeah. Okay. You know what we should do? We should have an art live stream where people send their poetry, all kinds of different stuff, and we just like read it off.
There's so many things we're gonna be able to do. Once we really see, he said he'd be down to do ours.
Oh my word! Why do you have to give Vin what he wants?
I have the proof. He said he's gonna do it.
Yep.
See?
Screenshot that.
It's right there. I'm gonna screenshot.
Okay, I haven't seen any more art coming in, so
there you go. So now there's no doubt.
Looks like my cousin. Good God.
You say it looked like his cousin. So yeah. So there you go.
Why do you keep putting stuff over my face? It's so rude. You know what it is? It's like on Monsters Incorporated. Remember when the little magazine came and that little... I
gotta go. Yeah. So I don't know, man. You guys say what you want. But I really think that we've got the best community online.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Jay and Cassie are gonna share some music. So that's good. Oh, look, you look right in the Pennywise thing.
Do you go by all the names?
Greetings from Belgium.
Good night,
I really appreciate
Glenn.
your views, smart breakdowns. It amaze me every time how quick you get the meaning of songs. Thank you very much.
He's so brilliant.
Thank you very much. Well, not that brilliant.
It's so funny. Like,
don't make the best relationship decisions.
Today. That's okay. You're not in that relationship anymore. Now you're.
Good recovery.
I have so many questions for you tonight.
I know. We're talking about politics, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, then send it to us.
I'm just saying.
I spent the whole stream drawing an extremely realistic picture of you guys reacting.
Send
it. VinandSori@gmail.com. Check your phone, bruh. Check your phone, bruh.
Jay finally hit me up.
And Alan, this one's one of my.
I may have to call you to explain the song.
Okay, Alan, I like that one, and then I don't like it at all because I don't like stuff with holes in it, and that has way too many circles.
Yeah, Sori has like a diagnosable issue with holes. It's funny as hell.
It's not funny. It's disgusting.
I mean, yeah, it's disgusting. Terrible stuff.
You'll be like, suck it up. Suck it the fuck up. Sorry. Remember we were at that meeting? And the person was like, that was the first time I realized it was an actual thing. And he started talking about it. I'm like, oh, that's so gross. The story he was telling about. And then he was like, he's like, check this out. And then he turned and showed me all that grossness. And then you were basically like, I could tell by the look on your face. You're like, pull it together.
Yeah. Tryptophobia.
Yep. I don't even want to see the word.
Yeah, like it fucked her up for like a couple days, bro.
Couple days. If I'm having a particularly like rough time mentally, like that's it. I just see that everywhere.
It's a wrap. Yep. Yeah, it's like your whole family.
I knew it. I knew you did that shit. Look,
What?
this is the realistic picture. Sebastian.
Well, we're not gonna share that because I'm the one driving the channel, you bitches.
He just screenshot a picture of us.
Sebastian is now banned from the channel.
Yep. You're out.
You're out, you losers. All right, guys, and look at that. Boom. I love this. I love this thing. Holy moly. Have you guys ever delved deeper into Annika von Gersbergen's music? No, Cassia. You don't want to see the hole in your tummy. We don't.
Oh, hey, that's Jamie.
Who?
Jamie sent us an
Jamie?
email.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Jamie? Man, that drawing was crazy, bro. That drawing was crazy. Love you, Village. You guys are amazing. We love you guys. I mean it. Thank you so much for being there for us and with us. Another stream is coming extremely soon. And
We can get our babies to sleep on time. Then
got a little bit of work to do. On the obviously on the sharing live with you guys as far as the song goes. But we're getting better and better and better at it. I hope you guys see that. Thank you very much. Alan, send me a message on Facebook. And then talk to me because I think we got some stuff for you too. Eventually, guys, there's going to be a lot of really cool things that we're going to be able to do on the stream once we get caught up with our short list.
So, Alan, was this yours? So these are in our studio, and Orion came in here. He goes, and he picked it up. He goes, ooh.
This?
Yeah. Well, it was the orange one.
This?
Yeah, it was one of these, but it was the orange one.
Oh,
He
yeah.
picked it up. And he says,
Yeah, he's opinionated as hell, huh?
I brought it when I had to go get your food tonight.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd was playing in the SUV, so I start putting him in. He's like jamming out to it, and he was like,
Pink Floyd?
yeah, but you could tell it.
He was feeling it?
He liked it, yeah. Like, some stuff will make him like he looks kind of like aggressive. Orion is like, he's not even 2 yet, but he's very oh boy, here's Julian.
2 purple hearts and a silver star. Holy moly.
Wow.
2 purple hearts and a silver
3
star?
months. This took him 3 months.
My fam is very proud. Mom brags all the time. Well, shit, man. You must have been 2 purple hearts and a silver star. That must be...
Julian, is that a door up there?
Let me guess, Master Ganja. You did some time at Fort Bragg. I'm gonna wait.
We do have Tool. We do like Tool, and there's actually a Tool song on the short list.
I'm
So
gonna wait. I guarantee you, Master Ganja spent some time at Fort Bragg. How much you want to bet? Right now?
I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet. No, I'm not doing that because you cheat. You cheat. You cheat.
The whole damn world is see. The whole damn world can see you. Go ahead, do it. Bet.
Why am I gonna bet? I agree with you. Look.
What?
Who is it? Listen.
No, it's Master
Julian.
Ganja. It's right there.
A lot of demon realms aren't really what?
Aren't really that scary.
It depends.
Well, that's.
Look at this. Look at this. And there's a door over there.
Is that what he saw?
Yeah. This is.
We gotta
took
talk to
3
this
months.
kid offline.
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely.
We gotta talk to him offline.
Absolutely.
Can you say what Tool song it is? What do we have a Tool song coming up?
Yeah.
We do. Where?
Well, here, let me just take it here because it'll be easier.
Dates. He cheated
Right
in rock,
here.
paper,
This
scissors
one.
at one time. Lies! Oh, okay. Holy shit. When's that due? Okay. Sori is Kayla from Sonata Arctica on the short list. You ready to dive back into that story?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm ready to see what's next.
My best Village moment was a Christmas. Oh, you remember that, babe?
What?
We had the Christmas.
Yeah, when we
thing,
set it up for
and
everybody.
We set it up, and
Yeah.
the big homies were there. We need.
Yeah, no, well, it was a really good idea. It was just there was a lot that was going on. I think we'll be able to get back to stuff like that. But
yeah, I agree.
We just had certain complications that we didn't have the year before. I don't know if you're on the same page as me.
No, we're definitely,
because I thought of it. It was just too much.
We're definitely on the same page with that for sure.
Can you announce the shortlist schedule?
I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna think about that. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for.
What is this? What is this thing? Silver Star here. My family's very proud of my mom.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what I just said. He's got 2 Purple Hearts and a Silver Star, and I
said, cool.
I said, okay, call me tomorrow. I'm off. I am actually gonna call you, Jay.
Neil. We got one song done.
Look, I said yes. He said yes. I told you.
That's why I didn't bet with you. I only bet when I know I'm going to win.
I know. I know those dudes. I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right. My night is about to begin. It's 1:38. Let's go. I love you guys. I will see you maybe tomorrow. We shall see. But
first unit was 82nd Airborne. Yeah? What was your last unit?
Goodbye.
All right, guys. Love you guys. Much love to all of you. Shout out to Jules. Shout out to all of our artists. Yep. Much love. Thank you for your service, Mr. Ganja. Appreciate you. And with that,
I bid you adieu. Let's go.
I bid you adieu. Somebody sent you a heart. Sorry. See, look, everybody. Sweet dreams, sorry, blah, 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 sorry. Everybody else is like, man, fuck that nigga. Fuck Vin. Right.
Well, Jay
Graham Pierce.
Jay know what.
Shout out to Graham.
Let's go.
Hey, he's going to call. Why would you say that? What the hell is wrong with you?
Look, babe, nobody's dumb.
Leave some to the imagination.
There's plenty.
Why are you always on that white? You're always on your white girl energy. Get out of here. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Really? Are you sure? You're positive? All right. Well, goodbye.
Vin out.